All right, welcome to another wonderful week of Dungeons and Dungeons. Emily and Zach will be joining us late, so they'll be on NPC mode. We have returning Justin. It's so good to have you back. We missed you. Tullius.
I missed me too.
As you can hear, bells are ringing, and not the good kind of bells.
That's my funeral service.
Quite a lot happened in the last episode. Things got a little, just and only a little, out of hand.
That's a bold-faced lie.
Only just TV type.
The slightest bit.
So, previously on my dog barking upstairs while we play D&D.
That's what it should really be called, honestly.
The entire crew started having some errands they were running before they were going to make their big move going up north to Fanlin as Shalmir decided to go on a quest after his good friend Ipso went over to a magical forge found in Fanlin. Oh my goodness, honey. That dog is just having a day. Oh.
There's dogs outside. That's probably why.
Oh yeah, and there's also children. There's a bouncy house thing across the street, and everybody was losing their shit.
I smelled smoke or something.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There was like 40 cars and so many kids. It was super uncomfortable for me. Must have been a birthday party or something. But yeah, the dogs were losing their shit too. So anyway, Shalmir wanted to leave, but in the meantime, Shalmir and Tyrion had a conversation about some weird stuff, and Shalmir said, "I will prey upon it." During that time, during the week, Euliris went around, being Euliris, getting all kinds of information about the Order of the Gauntlet, the Cobalt Wolves, the Ivory Tusks, the Black Network, and... Do you remember the last one? There's 5. I can get it up. I have it written down, but I was wondering if you had it off the top of your head there, Creed. Clovis Order was the other one. I got it. Don't worry, I'm great. So... During his investigations, he dug up a lot of research. He was able to come across a lot of really cool things that I described in detail, and we're not going to reiterate here. But it led to a tip from Tyrion about a weird ship from Tendorf, which is one of the strongholds of the Cobalt Wolves. Going to investigate, the group found the ship. Oh, Ryan's just going to be frozen all day. That's what. Is he frozen for you guys right now too, or no?
Yes.
Okay. So it's Ryan internet connection. I can live with this.
He's blinking.
It's all right. So... Euliris went to investigate, and him and Tyrion weren't very convincing after Orhana tried to assassinate Hela Thornton, who was going on top of the boat. An arrow narrowly missed her head and freaked all the guards out. Everybody went on high alert. It seemed to everybody that things weren't quite as they were. Salem even pointed out that the guards weren't the normal guards, and that caused Shalmir to come investigate. And then all hell broke loose when Charnux decided to take things from a 1 to a 10 along with Orhana. Fighting commenced against these very strong Cobalt knights on the ship, and as the bandits and knights fought against the group, we got to see a visit from our good genie friend who helped, our Dejin, who helped, thanks to Tullius. The group was doing all right, and people were getting roughed up. Salome went underneath the ship and then was thrown out of the ship, but Euliris had to know what was going on. Him and Tyrion took some dunks in the water a few times, finally got back out, went underneath the ship, and Euliris in particular got there first. And he found a Goliath looking him in the face, a little intimidating. He saw 2 younger women, one Hela Thornton, one the other he didn't recognize. And he confronted the legendary Mansoon. Dodging what would have been a polymorph into a rat, Euliris was able to shake it off and reveal his knowledge that he knew it was Mansoon. Mansoon, not liking that one bit, was making sure that all the sensitive information on the ship would stay a mystery. As the entire crew decided to go downstairs to see what Euliris was up to, Tyrion threw 3 fireballs, charging the arcane fire traps that would then be used when...
It wasn't 3 fireballs. I threw 3 beads from the necklace,
yes,
which meant a level 5 fireball.
Correct.
Oh boy.
1 level 5 fireball, causing the arcane traps to be extremely charged, and more so than what they were going to be normally. So then Mansoon, not wanting the confrontation because this was below him, plane shifted him and his compadres out and sent a phoenix into the arcane traps, which would have charged them just fine, but level 5 fireball. The ship had a little Blackwater Bay. If anybody knows Game of Thrones, it exploded. everywhere.
Like super exploded.
4 out of 6 characters are unconscious. One of them is in heavy plate armor that is conscious, sinking to the bottom of the bay. And one of them is conscious, and that's the Minotaur. Thanks to a last-minute heal. Everybody else, not in great shape. And I will get into describing the setup for this week.
I'd like to point out that I still have all of my bardic inspirations. Who the fuck plays a bard and doesn't do any inspiration?
That would be Zach?
Yeah.
Would be Zach.
Yeah, we know who's not playing my character when I'm gone next time.
Zach.
God.
Tullius made us go on that ship and like killed us basically. Oh my gosh, it's all Tullius' fault.
Definitely.
Tell fault.
Definitely.
I'm so persuasive.
The entire incident, he told Orhana that she should take the shot.
Yeah, I used command.
She was 120 feet out. She's like, how far away is Heal of Thornton? I'm like, are you, what? She's just like, how far is she? I'm like, she's like 110 feet. She's like, fuck it. I'm like, oh my god, what? I was like, it's gonna probably be pushing it to see if conflict arises, and she's like, I killed Heal of Thornton. What? A puncher.
Oh god.
Right, so.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, currently, I think I'm going to go mute the happy-go-lucky, because that's not really what...
Yeah, where are the church funeral gong bell things?
It was there. It was going really well, but we actually don't have to keep those going, because it's going to be really obnoxious, so it's going forever. So we're just going to mute you. And then we're also going to mute you.
But I made fire.
You sure did, Tyrion.
Congratulations.
You still hear it? I still hear it.
It's okay, just pray to your mountain lord. You know where mountains come from. The bottom of the ocean, sometimes.
You're right. You're right.
So,
Wait, why is everybody off now? Ryan's off again. God, what?
so in theory, maybe you'll be fine.
Under the mountain lord sea.
Yeah.
Baby, it's better down here in the mountain lord. Take it from me. Alright.
Sounds about right.
Well, he only sings to you, so maybe he sings to you in Disney songs from now on.
Oof. He's like, I
really wish I could sing because I would do so much fun stuff with singing. Like, you have no idea how much fun stuff.
just be a bard.
I wouldn't.
You don't have to know how to sing to be a bard.
No. But no. I'm not a
Living
I'm a
evidence.
DM. I'm a DM.
Living evidence.
I will sing, and you guys will be cool. But if it was really good, then it would be super dope. Anyway,
I can feel it.
let's go back to that moment. The boat explodes.
Oh boy. We're retconning.
No.
You and your force damage.
Yes, indeed. I was making sure too, like as I was editing
You
the thing.
killed me by like 2 hit points.
Yeah, well, Charnook would have been dead too if we didn't get a last minute heal if we didn't time travel. So I would have been even happier. Anyway, I'm not trying to kill you guys, but I'm also happy when my traps almost kill you because that's like, you don't make traps that are stupid. Like, oh, that trap does half damage. It's like, why would someone do a half damage trap? I want to almost kill intruders to this tomb. It's like, what? Anywho, everyone is sinking to the bottom of the bay right now. Going through the water, 4 of you unconscious. Shalmir, you are sinking faster than everybody else because you have hundreds of pounds of armor on right now, over 100 pounds of armor. So you're going sinking like a mobster takes a cement block and attaches it to a person's leg, throws them to the bottom of the ocean. That's what's happening to you right now. The emergency bells inside Waterdeep are going bazonkers. Bells are ringing all throughout. The griffins have been assembled, and they are flying out and about trying to see what's going on. The entirety of the docks has been pushed back, like erosion on a coast, but this time with fire and force, by about 20 feet. Stone is sinking into the bay, and that really interesting ship next door to you guys that shimmers, half of it is on fire and broken into. So most of the side of that ship was destroyed from what just happened. So church bells? Church bells were still going. Now,
Good timing.
as all 4 characters Oh, actually, I think it's actually 3 are drowning. 2 are drowning but falling through right now, being Charnook and Shalmir. Orhana was blasted from the top of the ship onto the next ship, over 3 sets of docks onto the deck of the other ship. Guards are being assembled and running over. The smell of burning wood and burning rubble and burning flesh is taking the air.
Not the flesh.
Oh, the flesh. The water from the explosion has hit all the local markets that were in this whole area. Oh, am I on the other screen? Shoot. Has hit all the other areas. With the white, where I have right there, it's just to show you that's all part of the blast radius-ish of everything that's been destroyed. But I also don't want to lose the grid completely and entirely. Things are a bit chaotic. But on the ship, a human goes over to Orhana and checks her pulse. Captain, this one's still alive. Should I stabilize? You see this glorious-looking individual. He's got this big, gigantic, like, captain's hat on right now. He is a human in looks and gorgeous. He's got this dark, short-cut hair, but his entire suit is this beautiful, dark purple all throughout with all these, like, little gold embroideries on it. And you see him getting up, his boots are off, and you see him stepping up to the plank, and he goes, "Absolutely, make sure everyone's taken care of." And he jumps off the side and...
How tall is this individual?
6 feet. So he dives...
Why is everyone so tall?
Well, elves are tall.
I thought he was a human.
Yes, he is a human. I got people mixed up. That's all right. As he goes in to the water, Salem is swimming in the water as well, who is unconscious, or was knocked out. He's not unconscious. Swimming toward your unconscious bodies. He's diving down. You see him getting closer and closer to all of you as you guys are sinking, and he can't quite get to you all. I need to make a roll.
I'm still conscious, right?
Yes, but not yet. You are, but your turn's not here yet. Because during all the ruckus, the entire city was basically put on alert that there was a fight going on. And at this point, the guards were almost on top of it. The other Cobalt Wolf knights and bandits have run away and disappeared from the scene as best they can. And as all of you start to drown and fail your death saves, as Shalmir and Charnook are about to try to get to them, they're just getting their senses back to them after the explosion, the water starts to part. And you guys fall to the bottom of the bay, so everyone fails one death save. But standing on the water, you see Yavanna, who is controlling water right now, pushing back the entire sequence of where you guys would be drowning. So Charnook and Shalmir fall to the bottom, and you see Salem, who's just like sort of in the wall halfway. His arm comes out and chucks these beads, and you see like 3 of them hit the ground and explode outwards, and you see alchemy symbols shoot out, and everybody heals 1 hit point. And that's where we'll start this week D&D session. At the bottom of the bay, what are you guys doing? I'm gonna try to get some music.
I'm gonna like blink my eyes, and just Tyrion's just gonna be like, "Oh God, oh, we lost."
We lost Ryan.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, that's how Eularis died.
That's it. And Eularis didn't actually get the healing.
I'm gonna suddenly realize I'm gonna look around for my stone.
Looking around for your stone right now.
It should be near me, but
Yes. You don't see it, and you start panicking a little bit. You're not running around. You're on your knee. As you like got up, you go back to your knees, and you start scraping around in the dirt, and underneath some mud, thankfully, out comes your stone.
I'm just gonna stow that in my pocket and then start going see what everybody else is like.
I'm gonna make sure people aren't like dying right now. Just walk up to everybody and
So Elyrus, Tyrion, and Tellius are all basically dying.
I'll give them each a cure wounds, 2nd level.
That's a good idea.
Thanks, mate.
Life comes back into you, Tellius.
Oh yeah.
As you entered the bottom of the hold, you basically entered into like, what's going like hardcore. It's the Blackwater Bay, like, Malthus, get that water!
God.
100% what happened to Tullius as he was the last to come below deck.
10 points to Tyrion, 15 points to Tullius, and it was 9 points to Elyrus.
That's
Ooh, I
right.
like
He
that.
likes me the best.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
fucking
Yeah,
right.
You
You
Elyrus
said,
has at
you
least
said it was 10 to Tyrion?
10 to Tyrion. Yep.
10,
Okay.
you fucking sissy.
Hey, Ryan, try killing your camera to see if that helps with your connection. Because if we just do your audio and it's not as taxing on your bandwidth, that might work. How you doing on that? Are you better to respond, Ryan, or are you still lagging?
Turned off the camera.
Okay, well, that's a Ryan response if I ever heard one. All right. So, you see Salem, like, fall down and land, and you see him pushing you guys toward, like, the stone walls, like, we need to get out of here, we need to get out of here. As Yavanna, you can see her straining, like, with the shape water that's going on right now.
Wait, where's, like, the nearest, like, land?
This way! So all you guys are up. Boop, 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 boop.
I want to give you a heads up. I don't know what's been going on with my computer and internet, but
45 feet.
I like can't see any video whatsoever, so I'm going mostly off. Like I can see it, but it's so delayed that it's like unusable.
Okay.
So I'm going mostly off by sound.
Okay. So good to know. Good to know. So I'll be able to help you and describe things better for you. So the group is about 45 feet away from the destroyed shore. There's not really any ladders there, but you can
Right.
see all the city guards like trying to figure out a way to try and get you guys up.
Alright. Could I start trying to throw people to the shore?
Yep, you sure can.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty
I'm just
sure.
gonna start swimming. But
No, it's shaped. So you're at the bottom right now, but
Oh,
it's a
I'm
little
gonna start
cube
running.
of it. So you
it's
got
like a cube, and we're like under, like
yeah. So the way it is like it's about
just-
30 feet of water is of walls are around you, and you have about 5 feet till you go to the swimming into where would be another 40 feet to the shore. Yavanna's trying to hold it so you guys don't drown.
Who's got rope?
Does anybody got rope?
I got 50 feet of rope.
I have 50 feet as well.
All right, let's tie it together, and I'll throw it to shore.
Okay. You're gonna get it with a 29 strength. So
Figured.
as Tellius just takes the rope, like Tyrion goes to hand it to him, and he just like picks up Tyrion with the rope. He's like, get off.
Get off, get the- in the way.
Flopping fish. Ties it, and you see like, and you throw it too hard at first because it's rope, and like you're trying to like throw rope, and it's just like does nothing. You're like,
Weird.
you ball it up. You throw it. It goes over the city guard. You see him like ah. You see the griffins are now coming in, and you see the weird griffin noises coming out of. You hear, not see. You see these illustrious, beautiful griffins with now in the daylight versus the darkness that you once saw them in. These browns and yellows and golds all inside them. Their wings and the feathers of their wings almost shimmering with these little edges of gold on them. You see these beautifully plated city guards that have this big saddle of sorts on it, and they have this rope or something, how you would have for a horse or anything like that, but they're like standing up. Sort of Aquaman style, how he would do it on his dolphins type of deal, but they're like on the back standing up, spears ready to just like start downing spears onto stuff, trying to survey the situation. Seemingly, they're surveying at the moment. As you all are getting up in atoms, Yavanna, you all grab the ropes and the water collapses as Yavanna gives out. And as she falls, because she was even on her like little own water pillar doing this, she falls in. You see that human that went in there catches her as he's And you see Salem, who's like he's like falling unconscious because he was just trying to save you guys. He's going over and picking up Salem and getting him to shore, this individual. Okay, so all you end up going over to shore. Ohana starts to wake up a little bit, and the guys on deck sort of reassure her and start to bring her over toward the where all the city guards are coming together, and they're getting off the side of their ship as it's on fire, as basically half of them are like, "Oh, put it out!" And they're putting buckets of water on stuff. There's some creatures you hear at the bottom of that ship, or at least Orhana does down there. Sounds like some big thudding things down in the hold of the ship, but otherwise, she's not interested. She's more just trying to gain her orientation back to her. She's still in quite a daze, and she has all her gear with her as well, so she has the nice dark dagger being like, "Bitch, go find Hila's body." So so she's getting off there. As you all come up to the shore, the city guards start pulling you all up and getting you there. The human puts the other two bodies on top. Ivana's still with it. Salem, he's kind of like and he's getting them back up, and let's see if he...
I'm just gonna make sure I collect our 2 sets of ropes and get them back to me and Talia.
Okay, cool. As you do that, the guards instantly grab Shalmir, being the biggest, and they're looking at him and they demand, "What happened here? What's going on?" Oh, actually, they're British. That's right. So excuse me. The guards are deep. How does British accents go, Tullius?
What's going on here? Breakfast.
What's going on? I say, what's going on?
I mean,
Well, we were investigating this ship by order of the Blackstaff.
Give me a deception check.
Speak with her first.
I mean, you've probably heard of us, you know, Heroes of Waterdeep, got that mansion and whatnot, yeah?
22.
22? Okay.
And we noticed some really sneaky, unscrupulous behavior going on in this ship, and we just wanted to investigate, make sure Waterdeep was, doing all right.
So you're both talking to separate guards right now? Otherwise, you guys have different stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Give me a persuasion check on that one. With advantage because you use the Heroes of Waterdeep title.
17. Persuasion?
Yep.
26.
Yep. So the one to you just like, "Oh, well, what happened?" And the other one to you, "Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense." And you see the other guards just all trying to flank in. They're talking. One shoving them back. The griffins, they come down from each of their little groups of guards. They're going over and talking, trying to inform the griffins if there's a problem. Some of the guards are over the Yavanna and Salem. Salem is now sit up and looking at the other guard and at the captain of the other ship, and the captain's just smiling and schmoozing them as Yavanna's walking towards your group. As Yavanna approaches the group, you hear, "I was informed that you were all fighting 15 blocks from our house, and I made it apparently just in time. What is going on?" As a very stressed out and water-soaked Yavanna is inquiring to you guys, as the guards have sort of moved a little away from you as they're trying to sort the situation. Now crowds of people have come, the bells have just stopped ringing, and they're trying to now manage the crowd control. You see the city watch is now coming up and being like, "Oh, keep it off the streets," as they're running around doing their thing.
What question, was Salem below deck at all?
Yeah, earlier, but he got thrown out afterwards. Not during the explosion. He got thrown out before.
Tyrion has the thing, right? The black box?
I'm gonna sidle up to Salem and kind of more quietly tell him, "Hey,
you can't get close to Salem with the captain there. He's not leaving Salem's side at the moment. So, realistically, you can try to tell him something, but this guy is definitely someone that's not like, "Oh, sure, I'll leave." He's very much in this like, "What's going on? How's it going?" type of deal. That's the persona.
I'm gonna pull out my black box and just and quietly whisper into it. Blackstaff, Mansoon was on the boat. He set a trap that caused this explosion.
Jamie.
Okay. I'm not gonna have to turn it off. I knew this was gonna be a problem. I knew this was gonna have the problem. All right.
That's definitely an
God
issue.
damn it.
I'm sorry. His
damn it.
beautiful face
Yeah,
was
it's
just
my favorite
there.
goddamn episode.
It's such a good episode.
God damn it.
So there's Game of Thrones
Damn
right
it,
there.
Oh, they know.
Oh.
Okay, it's literally right there, and it's the Loot Train, yeah. And they showed Jamie, and I was like, oh,
Dragon just came, so.
yeah, the dragon just murdering everything, because dragons exist in that world.
Yep.
Yep.
Not this fucking world.
Oh, I forgot Ryan was here.
Ryan laugh. All right.
Oh, that's too funny.
All right, so you're talking to the black box. Remember, it's not like an instant talking device just because it's been a while since you guys used it. It's more a recording device, and they can choose to talk to you, but they set it up in a way so they're not bothering Blackstaff. So what you're doing is great because you're recording what you're seeing, just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does it just automatically like how's it function?
So
Is it like always
any
on?
black-
Yes, it's always on.
Okay, so
It's
I'm just
always
making
on.
sure.
Everything around.
So if you
got-
say awful
yeah.
shit, it knows what you're doing.
I just wanted to make sure.
So when you guys are lying,
Yeah.
like it knows, or if you like something fucking whack happens and you guys weren't doing anything, then yeah, it's recording that too.
Cool.
Everything that you do, it records, which is really helpful because you're like, "Hey, this is real. Hey,
yeah,
believe
that's
me."
why I was asking. Okay.
Yeah. So
Right, Ivana and whatever guards are around. How many guards are around?
there's about 3 guards. Just looking at you guys right now, and the Griffins are a little behind them, and then the 40 of the guards are now dealing with people right
okay.
now, and you can see like boats are now coming up trying to mitigate the damage.
We would love to have a conversation with you guys, maybe outside of the public eye. We'll absolutely comply. Just not trying to create any more tension than already has been created.
And that sounds wonderful. Come on, let's bring him in. Come on now. As they start herding you guys over at the suggestion.
I'm going to interject with the guard and say, I'll be with you in a moment, but I just want to help extinguish some of these fires.
Okay, yeah. So
I go around and I just use my control flames. It's just like a 5-foot cube, but I can do it every 6 seconds. And I can just instantly extinguish fire.
you see Salem almost grinning because he's just like he thinks about the fire job you keep dodging, and here you are putting out fires. As Salem's getting up right now with the other individual, and Yavanna and Orhana, you're all ushered into one of the nearest places. It's just a standard tavern, and the city guard come in, commandeer it, ask people to leave so they can get some talk going on. They, for every patron that's in there, they compensate the tavern owner, ask him to go upstairs. They're just trying to get a read on the situation and what's going on. So you're all inside there, and we can end combat because there is no real combat necessary.
I stabbed the city guard.
And back to combat. Let's see if I can get some. Yep, Middle Earth. I like that one.
Neat.
So all of you are ushered in, and let's get out of this. The boat is being dealt with and repaired of sorts outside, thanks to Tyrion dousing the flames. The guards are they recognize you, thankfully enough, with their perception rolls. They understood you were the heroes of deep, water deep, and they, with your high rolls, that made things really, really easy on all of you. That the guards weren't going to try and arrest you immediately on sight. So once again, your charms and good looks and good faith with the world has helped you in such a good way, with Waterdeep rather.
Yeah.
Okay, inside the tavern, Charnook and Orhana are sort of licking their wounds in a corner.
Fucking assholes. Not healing them.
One of the that captain comes up to Eulyris and he's like, "Eulyris, is it the detective of Waterdeep?"
Yes, that is correct.
As he puts his arm around you and he's getting buddy, leans down because you're short as shit. And you see him, my goodness, let me say, I saw what was developing over there, and it was quite worrisome. But I would love to know what your insight was over there, because clearly that was quite a bang. Do you have anything to say to him? Okay.
There was a very powerful person in the boat, and he did not want us leaving the boat alive, and he was able to disappear somewhere and at the same time destroy the boat. And I'm guessing in an attempt to get rid of us.
If I might interject, there were a few men dressed up as city guard. Clearly not city guard.
And as the city guard there's listening into the story too a bit, you see that is most disturbing. We're gonna have to get down to the bottom of this. And you see the other one come over, just like, yo, get this guy out of here. So he moves him over, impersonating city guard. What ship was that exploded? As he's asking around, you see the other one just like, get me the quartermaster of this dock.
I'm gonna pipe in because I would know.
You would, and as one guy's already left, and so you pipe up. Tyrion pipes up,
and I forget what the name. I don't know if I ever got an actual name from you, but I tell him the name of what the ship was.
Yeah,
and
I don't even remember.
Kind of. I'll say my name is Tyrion. I used to work with the docks, and I initially brought this up, which led to our investigating it because I noticed on the ship's manifesto, they were mentioning trade goods. But when we inquired to them directly and through other sources, they claimed they were selling weapons out of Tengdorf, and it didn't line up consistently.
Well, that's information I wanted to hear. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and you see one guy scribing and writing all this down, and he looks over. Good, he's got that shit. We're going to wait for the ledger to come back. Appreciate that. We're going to look into this matter further. We're happy to see that you're all right. Can you describe the people you were seeing? You said the ship was from Tendorf. Were these... Do you have any idea of these regulars or these locals or these things that have been, if you're such an expert at the docks, is this something new of ours? I and our crew is from the North Ward that were summoned down here to the Dock Ward to check all this out. These are not things we are familiar with. We'll look into more, but if you have any information, now would be the time to offer it up to help our investigations.
I do give a quick look to Salem to see if I can gauge anything.
Salem looking at you in a sense like, what are you looking for out of him? Like, what's the kind of look you're asking him for? Like, can I trust these guards, or is that the deal?
How much should I tell them?
You see a little sleight of hand on Salem's part. You see a little, like, just a real quick. Like, give him enough. Give him a little bit. Iris, give me a disadvantage perception check.
Okay, disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Non-natural 20.
With disadvantage?
My perception's +9.
You're I don't like you.
That's fair.
But anyway, okay. Good to know. So go ahead, Tyrion.
Like I mentioned, they were not usuals. Well, that's why I first noticed them. I saw the smaller ship, cloaked figures coming off of it. Not the usual customers you expect that come through, not the tradesmen, the merchants that come by and come through the docks, or any traveling ferrymen, anything like that. Mm. They were cloaked up. They were very much attempting to keep a low profile in the beginning, which is why I took a quick look through our logs to get an idea of them. And later, through our investigation, we got a sense that there were some sort of ties, I believe, with the Cobalt Wolves Associate. And that may additionally explain why the guards that were with them were not true city guards. They were attempting to make a cover-up in their favor.
Wonderful. Anybody else have anything to add in their accounts of this?
Side note: would I have seen Mansoon?
Nope. You saw fire.
Fuck me, dude.
Fire and explosions when you came downstairs.
That's all I got.
Yeah, basically. There was a bit, I think, he was like, well, Tullius have any powerful attacks to attack Mansoon?
What the fuck?
You're not fighting. You blew up. That's what
God
happened.
damn it. Jesus.
Looking
You specifically would not have seen Mansoon because the moment I got down the stairs, I threw my spell and the Goliath covered them up.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the fireball. So even that, you would have only seen.
So you would have seen a couple shape. You would have seen a big Goliath covering a couple shape.
Yep.
Good to know. And then the explosion.
Yes. City guard looking around, ask you some more questions, get some more interviews from you. You all cooperate, seemingly, from what I have gauged from your comments so far. The individual that helped save Yavanna and Salem. It's debatable if Yavanna really needed saving, but he certainly thought so. You find out his name is Lax, and he is the leader of the really interesting ship you've seen every now and then. He's a very charismatic individual. Seemed to charm the city guard into keeping him informed, especially since his ship was damaged, and also compensating his ship for the damages that he suffered. And as everyone's walking away, he tries to introduce himself to you guys, and it's up to you to see what you want to do from there, as the group is kind of been given dirty looks by Yavanna, being like, really, guys? Really? Really? It's like 1 in the afternoon, and I got to hear about you guys fighting and blowing up the goddamn docks. Really? Really?
We're sorry. All right.
I did not want any part of that.
I absolutely did not want any part of this. I know that sounds really unbelievable.
She's just crossing her arms, looking at all of you right now, just disappointed, as Orhana and Charnuku just like saying nothing, just silence.
See, they're silent. I think that's all the proof we need.
I like how they have no chance of defending themselves.
Perfect.
Well,
we tried to stop them.
you almost died. All of you almost died.
I would have been
We
fine.
did attempt.
That's just a flesh wound.
We attempted diplomacy. They were not favorable to it. It escalated, and we did not have we did not expect what occurred in below deck.
Give me a...
Oh God.
It's almost deception, but from Tyrion's point of view, it's persuasion, because what you thought is diplomacy was horrible. Just like, let us on your boat! Who the fuck are you? So, what do you got there?
That's a 13.
Oh, good. She rolled a 23. You see her. Uh-huh. She has her staff like lean tucked in underneath her crossed arms right now. Her white outfit is sort of it's drying off right now, but is who I guess Tullius would be the one to be like, why isn't it see-through? It's white in water. That's strange. It's still white.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah.
Yavanna ignores you.
Quite rude, Tullius.
I mean, it's a valid question, right? It's simple physics.
As she walks away, you see. I'm trying to see. Who would it be? Tyrion. Yeah, Tyrion. As everyone's starting to like leave, as the city guard have already exited out of the area here, Lax grabs on Tyrion. And he just like, well then, that was quite an adventure. I can't believe everything that transpired. I'm Captain Lax of the Great Main. I hear you're the heroes of Waterdeep. Fancy meeting you here. I saved your comrade there. What led to this?
A lot of shit happened. Sorry about your ship.
Appreciate that. It's not great when you see your ship half on fire and deflated.
It was. I am very sorry. It's an investigation ongoing with the police. I don't Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to discuss the details, but I do apologize about the collateral.
Give me a. As he leans in, he's just like, I'll be out of here in about a week. You can share details with me. Give me a charisma check.
When he says that, I'm gonna say, if you might, we need rest, and we'll be off.
You got to give me persuasions here. I got to see if you guys can outdo the persuasion on him.
Yeah, I don't know about this guy. It seems
Would it be more of like a charisma saving throw?
Yeah, because I think that's too strong. I think that's too strong, a charisma saving throw. It's like it's your persuasion. He's persuade checking you.
This guy right now.
So, what's that,
I'm
Xiaomi?
trying to intimidate him.
All right, go ahead and try.
Am I doing like a rival persuasion?
Yes, he's doing a persuasion check and
A 20.
a
Or no, 21.
Tyrion's great.
24.
I love him so much. Inspiration.
20 for the deception. Good. Well, I love his modifiers, you fucks.
For intimidation.
He gives a little bit though. It's not like he blows it off. He acknowledges you, and his charm sort of. You're like, we did burn his ship. He seems like a chill dude, pretty forthright. What did we do? I could give him a little bit. All right, I could give him a bone. That's kind of how you feel. To catch you guys up.
Yeah, thanks.
The boat exploded.
Yeah.
20 feet of the land inland was destroyed
Okay.
from the blast. Half of that ship next to you was destroyed from the blast.
man.
3 docks were destroyed from it. Orhana went from the deck of the ship over here to the deck of the other ship, where someone healed you.
Oh, wow.
That's
convenient.
4 got everyone that got to the bottom was saved by Yavanna controlling water. She had enough time to hear about all your bullshit, and she was coming to try and stop it. And as she came, she saw the ship explode as she came over here. So then Salem, through something mysterious that no one's asked about yet, to heal everybody for 1 point at the bottom there. Everybody got stabilized. Then the city guard, and after an incredible throw of rope from Tullius, you guys got out of the water because you were about 30 feet below the surface at the bottom of the bay. And you were then investigated by the guards. Some high charisma checks and all that type of stuff worked out. You guys are now inside a tavern that they cleared out and compensated everybody who was there for to investigate, get everybody's stories. Everybody was pretty helpful. Salem and Yavanna were helped by this captain of the other ship who dove in and is currently talking and trying to get more information from everybody else. And you two have been scolded, and because you weren't here, you just sat in silence, so you couldn't defend yourselves.
How healed are we?
It was 1. Oh, wait, no, wait. So for Charnook, it was 1 from the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And then however much from the cure wounds.
For you, because you're on the ship, you got 9 points back.
Okay.
And you just got the 1 because no one else bothered you.
I'm feeling fine.
All right. I'll lean in close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say there's not just the Zents and the Xanathar to be worried about.
Are you talking foreign invaders? Is that what we're talking about?
A bit.
You see him lean back. Say no more, friend. That is enough for me to hear as he leans over on Shalmir as well.
Yeah, Tyrion, say no more.
Oh,
say literally nothing else.
Oh no, that's my plan. I felt I wanted to give him something, but literally give him basically nothing.
Well, that's enough for me to know that things aren't as they seem in Waterdeep, and the tides of change are turning. Give me a perception check, Shalmir.
Alright. That's not the best, I don't think. That's okay.
Your mic is up.
Well, that was good. 7.
7? All right, good to know. Okay, so as everybody else is sort of filing out, you see this individual, Captain Lax. Does any of you have any services of me and my trade and my roaming circus? You can find me up inside the wonderful kingdom of Freya. I'm in a wonderful city in Neverwinter if you need my services. Best of luck on your adventures, as he bows and leaves you all.
I mean, he wasn't that charismatic.
I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy.
What do you
Kind of a
know?
strange character, to be honest.
Yeah,
And again, so is Tilius, but
yeah.
Oh, actually, Orhana, give me a perception check, too.
I don't know. I thought he was a pretty
Six,
friendly guy.
A little higher than
Yeah, you would think that.
Okay, good to know.
What's
Yeah,
that supposed to
17-ish.
mean?
Gullible.
no, 17. Shut up.
Well, if anything, we've stumbled across something huge.
What, like fire? Yeah.
Monsoon being here in person.
I've heard of monsoons. They're like those big water things, yeah?
No, the
I missed
guy
you.
who started the Black Network with the
Oh,
I'd
you
say,
mean
I suggest we
monsoon.
go home before
Ah,
we
yeah.
speak about this.
Salem looks at you. I think we should probably heal up
We need to talk to
And-
Blackstaff.
and talk to Vera and
I need to get some sleep.
I think I might have a repercussion.
You might have a concussion too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I got lots of things right now.
we got to see Vera and we got to see L'Oreal. I'll try and arrange a meeting so we don't have to do this twice and we can tell them all at once what we saw.
Oh, I'll see L'Oreal, that's right.
You know, it's a little uncomfortable how much you like L'Oreal. You do know she's a pretty rough individual.
That's
She's got
exactly
nice
why.
hair.
She does have nice silver hair, Tullius. I think I've had my fill of you today. I am going. And I would like you all to meet me back at maybe 6 p.m. would be the best time.
Yeah.
And meet me at the Grey Hood, and then we will have our meeting.
What was thank you, Salem, for saving us, I think.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh,
What was
these.
that?
And he leans over, he has a couple more in his hand. You know what? We should give you these on your travels. I'll have a couple more made for you. Vera does this for the Grey Hand. You ever heard of the spell Mass Healing?
Yeah.
Vera was able to put that type of magic into these little beads, where we'll throw them within a radius of about, give or take, 30 or 40 feet, stabilizes everybody. She doesn't want us dying.
I don't
That's
want to die either. That's pretty
Super
cool.
helpful.
She may be young, but she is a prodigy. So, I'll try and get you the hookup on those before you guys leave.
You're the man.
I know. Both of you.
Yeah.
No more fighting. All right? Let things die down. No more shit. Promise me.
I gotta turn to Charnook. No more fighting until we've left Waterdeep, like a good amount.
I can do
That's
that.
all he needs.
I can unless
No. Look at me, Charnook. Look at me. This is going to be difficult to smooth over as is. No more fights. All right?
fine.
Charnook, look at me. I will tell you when it's
I
okay
am
to
the
fight.
captain now.
I will tell you when it's okay.
Do a
boy.
persuasion check to see if you can persuade Charnook to respect you. Salem,
Do I get to resist that?
yes, with a sigh, leaves.
12.
Against what?
I am
Charisma,
rolling
saving throw.
terribly. I am rolling terribly.
Yeah, you've been terrible at convincing people.
16.
Nope.
No respect.
Charnook, in your brain,
I fight who I want.
you know my balls. And I fight who I want. All right. All of you return to whatever you want to do. Yvonne's walking back, so she's like,
going to
I'm
sleep."
going back to the mansion. I need a change, and I need some tea. As she starts walking away from all of you guys, you can follow her and do whatever you want.
I will join you for that tea if it's all right.
All right. You all head back to the mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone heads back to the mansions about 1:30 in the afternoon. The tavern is ablaze. As soon as you get back in there, Matt Mercer's like, "You're alive!" Because everyone's heard about what's going on. He's like, "Oh my god, this is He starts touching Tully's faces. Oh, it's still weird. I love it.
Matt.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm used to this. This is fine.
Can you just give us some time and we can talk later?
This little thing. Yes, of course. I would love to hear the recount of the story and everything that happened to the tea. I'll go sit down.
Why are you talking so loud? Please.
You see, he just goes down. You see You see Chris look up from a booth, goes back down, and most of the patrons there. Lift sees you all, and he's a ghost. He didn't really hear what the hell was going on nor care to, because people talk about stuff that doesn't make sense to him in this day and age, since he's a man out of time. So yeah, you're all inside your mansion doing
I'm
just
going
recovering.
to sleep.
It's 1:30 in the afternoon. Is
Wait.
everyone just trying to sleep to heal up?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Do we have time
you
for a
don't
short
have to
rest?
Yeah, you do. You do have a short rest.
We'd only have time for a short rest
Yep.
if we're gonna make that meeting.
Yep, you can do that.
So I'm gonna go up in my room, and during that time, I'm gonna be inspecting my stone.
All right.
I'm gonna be having tea with Yvonne.
Okay. As you guys do your short rest, Tyrion, you upstairs. You're inspecting your stone.
Actually, I'm doing it with tea. I'm joined them. After we get tea, I go up to the room.
Yeah, I would say you get the tea, and you can have a little time with that. Shalmir, you go back to your forge. All your kittens are all very happy to see you. Older and younger cats of a bunch. They've all continued to adopt this place for you, and you can see them doing the like through your legs type of deal as they're happy to see you. Some of them not as friendly, and they're just giving you just look like, man, he's back. But that's how cats are. Jarnook is sleeping. Orhana is sleeping. Ulyrus, what are you doing?
Did I decipher that book yet?
Which one?
A Bountiful Land Turned to Ash.
You're working on it, but it's a very difficult one. So you can give another check for that to see if you can do that.
I'll start working on
That'll
it.
be an intelligence check. And while you're deciphering that, Tyrion, looking over your stone, sipping on your tea after you went and got seconds, and enjoy the company of others. You're in one hand, you have your stone, and as you're playing around with it, you start to feel a burning sensation in your other hand. And as your hand burns, you move it over and you start rubbing it because it hurts, and fire normally doesn't hurt you or burn, and you normally have the enjoying sensation of fire, but never one that hurts as fire has in the past. It's really nothing it's more a friend than a foe, but in this scenario it doesn't feel friendly whatsoever. And as your hand starts to sting, grab your wrist, and you're holding it, and you see these purple and black flames appear and disappear in your hand, and you see a medallion form inside your hand.
He's back.
And you hear, "You will need this for your travels."
Dude, Vom's back.
Looking at this medallion, you see on one side of it, the face of a familiar Baylor, and on the flip side of it, you see what appears to be a half-elf with his eyes closed and
Wow,
a sword resting against his shoulder.
Actually
seated.
kidding, but okay, that's fine. I was joking.
That is in your hand now.
I was joking.
I'm not.
What the fuck?
Multi-class. Let's go, dude.
All right. So,
Say it with me.
what did you roll, Ulyrus?
Straight intelligence?
Yes, sir.
24.
You're struggling because it's a dead language, and you're getting bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
You are surmising so far for your first try through it. It seems to be about the land of Penk. And you can't, it's something about the lore and history of Penk, but there needs to be a lot more translations and cross references for you to make sense of anything going on still. All right, so is everybody ready to go to the meeting, or is there anything else? Or Tyrion, do you want to share anything or say anything after a medallion just appeared in your hand?
Nope, I'm just gonna store it and walk away.
Okie dokie. He leaves his room. He's like, this place is lame. I'm not going to my room anymore. Okay, actually, I'll have to make a medallion for your inventory and all that. You all go to your meeting.
Yeah.
You wake each other up. Everybody's all up in arms. You see Matt, and he thinks better of it. As Ravana sits down, and she starts recounting with Matt, who's just like, you all go to the Grey Hood. In there, you see Salem, Vera, and L'Oreal, which has everyone super uncomfortable as fuck. So you have like one half of all the Grey Hand that were like, we weren't supposed to be activated before she said so, and now she's here. And then you see like probably like 15 guards in here for L'Oreal, just like jam-packed in, and there's just a little bit of area where Vera and L'Oreal are just standing with Salem right now. There are chairs, but none of them are sitting in it. So they're just kind of like one of those like AA meetings where everyone would sit in a circle and they're ignoring that shit. They're like, we don't care. We have business to talk about. And you all arrive inside. Who approaches first? Who leads the conversation? Anybody?
Not me.
Salem turns over then.
Tyrion will.
Salem's like, oh, good, you're here. Come. As you all stand in a circle looking at one another, you notice Vera, short. She's of sort of height, more around a 5'6", where L'Oreal towers at like a 6'4". For a woman. She towers over Salem, and Salem's, that's part of the intimidation of L'Oreal and who she is, as one of the most powerful mages and wizards in all the world. And Shalmir is very like, oh yeah, tall girls. Tall, gray-eyed. Because she had cold gray eyes as well, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't as cold and gray as Mansoon's eyes. Like hers were just gray. His were like this like translucent white shit. Like he was like literally silver, where hers are more gray, like normal human beings.
That's great.
Come. All right. You see Vera, the black box, please. Okay, he takes it. I cut off. I didn't know if you were going to go on. She takes the black box from you.
Oh yeah, no. I said I walked up as one of the first people.
Sorry, I missed that. So she takes the black box out from you, and you see her take out her staff, and she puts it underneath, and she takes out another black box and sort of puts them together like magnets. And you see like some glowing happening. It takes about a few seconds as that's going on, and L'Oreal doesn't wait as she's doing that. What happened to my bay?
So we had this lead regard to a possible incursion from the Cobalt Wolves and them establishing further, or them having a presence here. And unfortunately, we noted that they were on their way out today, so we wanted to try and cut them off before they had a chance to escape and we'd lose the trail.
And things escalated to the scale that they did because they were trying to leave?
No.
My fine lady, if I might. There were a few of them impersonating your guards.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to roll something?
Nope. This is what she thinks of you.
Impersonating your guards. We believe that they had nefarious intentions for your city. We inquired deeper, and we discovered that there was a great evil beyond, in the depths of the ship.
Initially it was just a smaller brawl. After we attempted diplomacy and it didn't.
You hear
work
Vera
as effectively
at brawl
as
she takes the thing and puts it back.
and,
There's a quick, just like almost instantaneous, where you see this like light. It's a like A mix of colors, mainly blue, but you see all these like little dots and shapes and visions just sort of like hop into her head from the box, and she puts her box away. And she hands it back to Eulyrus, because Tyrion right now is talking. She doesn't want to cut him off, so she hands it to Eulyrus to redistribute or keep.
And as we were able to dispatch the initial guards up top, but when we descended into the depths of the ship, we came face to face with Mansoon himself, not a copy. He was there in the flesh.
She looks over to Vera. Vera looks over to L'Oreal. Salem. As he's already told the story. Well, it certainly is an interesting reaccountment of the events. I totally forgot what the word is. Recount. Thank you.
Recounting?
Recount the events? No, doesn't matter. We're moving on. Lines up with most of Salem's story. We're going to look into the city guard problem. As you hear, like, a couple of them, like, that are standing there, like, swallow deeply, like, yeah, definitely. Should not be easy enough for guards to be impersonated, let alone stand post in my city. Our city. I get personal when our city is attacked, so please forgive any quips of bravado or possession I may have over Waterdeep. Blackstaff, Vera. We were doing our own investigations into the Mansoon problem. Thanks to Eulyrus and the title I've granted you, we were able to uncover quite a bit of his hideout here. But it seems we missed his trail. This is frustrating, to say the least, but more worrisome how easily we were infiltrated by one of the most powerful beings in our world. We were just nodding along with this. Is there anything else you'd like to share? And you can tell that Vera very much is dominated by L'Oreal in this conversation. She's here and present, but L'Oreal definitely seems here and in charge.
Did I recognize the spell that was used to transport them?
You did recognize it. With your Arcana check, with everything that happened, you did notice it was a plane shift.
And just so you're aware, they escaped via plane shift, so there's no way to find them at this from this trail.
Do you know much about Mansoon? Have you learned more about it during your investigations about who he is and what he's done with the Black Network?
Well, we know he started it back after the collapse. I don't know if we know anything more than that, other than he's an extremely powerful person.
Fair enough. And most likely, of course, you wouldn't know much, because that is his motivation. He doesn't like to be known. And it is worrisome whether or not I think it might be best for the city, for worry of retaliation, oh no, man, I'm having a stroke. Retaliation, that for Mansoon, for his name to be spread right now, even though it might feed into him. It is known in some circles that Mansoon has his own private plane of existence he will hide towards. He also loves to take people to it as well. Consider yourself lucky he didn't take you to his pocket dimension in whatever world he hides in.
Two others.
I can't hear you over the chip lord that just entered
hold
into
up.
the game. Have you recycle?
That was Mansoon, guys.
Oh god.
Oh, good golly
He's
gosh.
too powerful.
All right. So, yeah, what's up?
All right, so I'm going to say there were three others with him that he took to his plane. One, I believe, Ohana, you recognized. Perhaps this could be a lead.
Gila Thornton.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a good way of saying it where we don't get kicked out.
Well, Yeah, go ahead, you Irish. You can do two as well, and you can think about it. There's no rush.
You said it was Gila Thornton, correct? And she was. You said you knew her from. What was the name of the town?
From Phandalin. She and I
That's correct.
knew each other previously. When, what were they called in Phandalin? Like, the first, king. But didn't we call it something else?
Oh, headmaster.
Yeah.
Or
Or
townmaster.
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 Yeah.
Thank you. Yep.
When the townmaster of Phandalin, I encountered first the townmaster of Phandalin, and he was a grand fellow.
It was great.
But
Indeed.
I think he died.
He sure did.
Yeah,
The
he died.
jowly motherfucker.
And with his passing, Gila Thornton very quickly took over all power in the town, and it turned into a very, very not good situation.
Interesting.
English is great.
No, you're doing great. You're wonderful. Thank you. No, great. I love it.
Great kid.
One thing I do wanna bring up, that is concerning me in hindsight is Mansoon was working with the Cobalt Wolves in this endeavor.
Potentially.
And Gila Thornton.
At the very least, interesting that town of Phandalin we've been hearing more and more about after they discovered a magical forge. That's very interesting how this could play into the fold. Mansoon working with the Cobalt Wolves would be upsetting to say the least, worrisome to say more, and what would say the most, I won't, for fear of my guards to be having nightmares on their shifts. It's something we need to investigate further, and we have to prioritize all of this.
Yes.
All of you would benefit from some travels. If the Cobalt Wolves are involved, you should visit Tendorf. You should see what's going on there and try and investigate what their connection is to Mansoon. If it's on your way, you can stop by this Phandalin to see if there's more of this connection with Gila Thornton, an individual I'll have to get more research about. But I think you all are onto something, and you should keep with it. While we try and stabilize the battle at home. I don't have eyes and ears everywhere, and Vera can't be everywhere either. She's everywhere.
I
As my
think
dog just comes through like the ceiling tile. Sorry.
we should also think about the gravity of what the situation must be, since Mansoon came here in person, which we thought he would never stoop to do that if it was something so trivial. This must be something much larger for him to come here in person.
Indeed, and I was hoping we had covered what it was during our raid, but clearly there must have been more than meets the eyes. Transformers. Sorry. This guy. Something not to be taken lightly, but also nothing we have leads on. What could have been so significant inside Waterdeep, besides this vault that we all know about? Has anybody visited the vault? Has anybody been guarding the vault? As Vera pipes up, I have been keeping a close eye on the vault. Nobody in or out. And I do have Greyhand constantly watching and a few guarding. Because we don't want any of the common folk stumbling across what's down there. She nods. Jesus Christ, Athena.
And we,
I might have to go
Our group-
upstairs.
our group has not visited because we are not very.
My dog starts barking again.
No, I was just
Yep.
mentioning our group hasn't really visited because we're not really. I don't get the sense that it's worth visiting if we don't have anything to offer.
Good. Then don't ever go. And maybe even if you have things to offer, don't go. That would be my suggestion. I'm just making sure Mansoon didn't take any visits to our friend, and hopefully not permanent guest of Waterdeep. So, that's a lot to take in. But we have a plan of action. You're going to go investigate Tendorf. You're going to go figure out why Mansoon is involved in these things. And you're going to try to ensure the safety of Waterdeep. Vera, make sure they're well equipped for the travels. And I wish you all the best of luck. Don't tell anybody about Mansoon either. We don't want hysteria. Is there anything else? Vera looks to all of you. Is there anything else?
Hysteria's bad. That's all you need to know.
Oh, I thought it was when something was really, really funny.
Close.
Killing it tonight. You're killing it. God damn, he's good. Anybody have anything else to add?
That just about covers it.
Chalmers, you tried tonight. You tried.
One day.
We'll see.
Like the role was
Quite,
not profitable.
Nope.
I have a question for Reed.
Yes.
So during our brief couple hours of short rest, I was looking over my Ioun stone. Is it still workable?
Your Ioun stone?
The
Yeah.
Kondoff one.
The thing that gives me my constitution
Uh,
that floats around my head
Shattered into pieces.
it needs to be repaired by a master blacksmith.
by a blacksmith.
Uh-huh.
Well, it just so happens.
Why a
That we've got one right
The
here.
enchantments still work, but it's damaged by like the rune itself on it. So the rune just needs to get repaired for the ring. Needs to be repaired.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
yeah? It's literally a little stone
not
that
a ring.
floats.
It's a rock. Oh, never mind.
It's the rock that he throws up that orbits around his head.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's
a
a-
ring thing. Sorry.
No.
Wait.
No, it's literally a stone.
Oh, realistically, it really shouldn't be alive because you just fucking Blackwater bayed everything and it was out. As your DM, I don't like giving you stuff and then instantly taking it away.
I cast mending on his stone.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna with that. I'll go with that.
Oh,
I mean, I was
Is it
figuring
masturbate?
it would be
Looks
like
good.
a
Nose
mending thing, and then like I have to get the rune touched up.
Yeah,
At a magic-
We'll
with a
get
magic
the root. We'll do
providers.
that. Yeah, let's do that. I like that plan better.
Because
Alright.
it makes it so there's a consequence for it breaking, but it's
Yeah.
not devastating.
Yeah, I'm with this. I'm okay with this. I like this collaborative effort here. Cool.
There you go. That's a rock again instead of pebbles.
Shall we? It's a rock.
It was just a crack, but okay.
If you ever need it to be pebbles, I'm your man.
Okay, Elyrus, what are you doing before you leave Waterdeep?
Well, we wanted to go back to the store, right?
Yeah, so everybody can go to Adam.
Let's go pick up our
You
stuff.
can go pick up your stuff. So go ahead. Everyone goes to Adam, Westward Enchantments, and there's Adam once again, and this time in the form of a orc, a very wide orc with very tiny legs, and you see him try. He does like a kind of mugshot ish, and he just kind of like comes over the top with his little legs coming up top, and he just like never skip leg day. And you guys sort of I don't get that reference, and you see him turn back into a normal human. It was more for him than you. Now, you'll find that quite often with Adam.
Group. What
Yes.
about taking another night of rest? But before we do that, we maybe stop by the Westward Enchantments.
You're there. You're currently in the shore.
Huh?
You're currently in the store. Did you miss that?
Oh, we're at the.
You're
oh,
currently
I did.
there. Yeah.
I
You all
missed
went
that.
from this meeting and you left dispersed.
I was not paying attention. I
That's
was
all
looking up
right.
I was looking up the Ioun Stone thing, but anyways.
You're in the store. Tyrion, let's go there as everybody turns to Tyrion.
That's a good idea, Tyrion.
I was like so in my head as we were walking, and we're like, guys, I have a. Oh,
Here we are.
we made it.
hey.
Everyone's like, they're all like beating. Palms on Tyrion. You're
After
like
they're done
kicking.
picking up their
Stabbed
stuff,
Tyrion.
I'm gonna pull out my stone in front of Adam and be like, "Do you think you could repair the magic in this?"
Oh, certainly. About 100 gold pieces will get this working again.
Alrighty.
I need to check. Oh shit!
I
What was I
pay
just checking?
100 gold.
Perfect. Take it out of your inventory. I forgot. Now I remember homebrew. So let me go tell you. It's type in Adam of the West, and you're gonna find your stuff. Adam of the West alert longbow is for Orhana. Adam of the West ring of alertness for Eulyris. Adam of the West vicious greatsword for Charnook. Those are the 3 things that were here.
You got any more rings?
I do. Would you like to try and purchase one?
That's what I thought.
What do you mean try? I've got the funds.
I did track your funds, so I do have your funds, and I do have his inventory. So I gotta make sure I fucking find wherever it is. Nice. I have his inventory.
Surely is back at it again.
All right, and
Let's go, dude.
where is the?
Actually,
How much money do you have?
I don't know. How much money do I have?
I'm looking at it. I should have it.
I'll take it.
Let me type in Volt.
Guys, read balanced the cleave. He just says can't be used more than once per turn. He's a genius.
Eulyris, did you see your armor that I changed, you bitch?
Yes, I did.
Good, enjoy that.
Oh, I suppose I lost my boomerang, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, my last reminder of home.
Too bad. Now all you have is a scar and terrible memories that won't let you sleep.
Well, I have my good old mole.
God, I wrote it down. I don't have it. So for the sake of it, I'm sure you still have at least 5,000 left. So you have at least 5,000 in the bank plus whatever you have on your person. I'm not going to get caught up with this.
Except not me.
So what do you want? What are you looking at? You looking at rings? We can do quick ship.
Surprise me.
You just want a random ring.
Anything less than 2,000.
Anything less than 2,000. Do I even have anything less than 2,000 left in stock? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Ring?
Let's go with a necklace this time. If you don't have a necklace,
Out of
ring is
necklace. I could enchant one for like 50,000.
fine. I don't have that kind of money.
I had a feeling. I do have health potions.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
we are going on
Yeah.
travels.
Please.
So a few things might be nice, I think, for everybody. Does everybody have a flask of water?
Why, yes.
I definitely
do.
don't carry that here.
I'm not asking you to carry it. I'm asking
have a
if you
water
could
skin.
maybe make like an endless reservoir of water.
I saw that's in the DM's guide yesterday. I could.
What's the DM's guide? Is that like an enchanter thing?
It's my personal book.
Oh, really?
It's how I know so much.
Interesting. I mean,
As he
yeah,
pulls out a black journal, and it says DM guide.
that's really interesting. I might like to read that sometime, but
It's not for you to read.
all right. But yeah, I think since we're going traveling, it might be nice to have a constant supply of water.
That would be wonderful.
That's a really good idea. Especially if your bonus not coming.
You sort of stole my
Oh,
thunder.
yeah,
That was definitely a
holy
reward I had for a future dungeon, but that's
Oof.
okay. You're intelligent.
Oof.
That's fine.
I
I just
only
got to
have
see how
holy
much it
water.
would make to enchant those, because I think it's expensive.
It's probably expensive, but
No.
I think it would be useful. I
just
mean,
gotta
it's either that or the ring. You know, whichever.
Well, you can have the ring. There's one ring for 500 gold pieces. You can
I'll
have-
take it.
Yeah, so it's yours. You can look up the Band of Loyalty.
Ooh.
As you start to collect more and more rings, you are slowly
I'm
becoming.
just gonna have rings on all of
I
my
know.
fingers.
You feel this weird primal instinct of wanting gold and to hoard gold. And you're like gemstones, and you even feel hunger to eat. No, I'm kidding. You're not a dragon.
And then you turn into smoke.
And you are now Smoke! I know I saw it in here, and it was illustrated. All right. Oh! Just as I was going to quit, here it is.
That's amazing.
Decanter of endless water. So,
Yeah.
Water.
Water.
let me go see.
Water.
Clean, fresh water.
Ring. Oh, sorry. Band of brothers. I mean, loyalty.
I just got to see what the rarity is, then I can tell you how much it costs.
Your whole savings.
Can't take it with you, am I right?
Uncommon.
Ring.
I think uncommon's only like 2,000.
LOL. That's hilarious.
It's like you wasted your money there.
I can't believe I just bought this. That's hilarious.
What, the ring?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it on because I don't care.
What's it do?
I don't remember. I made sure they
If you're
didn't put...
reduced to 0 hit points while attuned to a band of loyalty, you instantly die.
What? Is that a joke?
No, it's in the fucking rules.
The
You're
description
gonna
says
attune to that?
like it's for spies and stuff.
I
like that.
bought a ring. I'm gonna wear it.
Alright.
They can't get captured.
The DM giveth, the DM taketh awayeth.
Hey, play the game however you want.
I am playing the game.
What the shit?
I'm just doing what the character would do.
No, you're right.
I mean, isn't that a hilarious thing?
It's a cyanide pill, essentially.
It is a cyanide
And
pill.
Charnushan like, oh, when Tully's is dead.
That's
this
the
is
point.
mine.
It's a cyanide pill.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's be about 2,000 for one to enchant one of those because it's an uncommon item,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be.
How long?
Oh, I could do that in a few hours. It's an easy enchantment.
Could you do it tonight and have it ready for the morning?
Easily.
All right.
I can do it for one of them though. For all of you guys, it'd be 6 times 2, 12,000 gold pieces.
Right.
Oh, I think we only need
We don't
one.
really
We only
need
need
that
one
many.
endless supply of water.
I figured.
We need multiple.
But then again, if one of you die or loses it, it will be a pain.
We might need a backup.
I'll never die.
One it is. He takes Tellius's and he throws it in the back as a golem eats it as they're still walking around and the cranes are going everywhere.
Really weird.
I like to imagine that there's just a portal in their mouths to the workshop and back.
It's a good, that's pretty close. That's all you need.
Okay.
They look like the Invader Sim robots. I think I told you that,
Yeah,
right?
you
Okay,
did.
good.
It's so
They're
great.
adorable.
Perfect.
All right.
So
Is that all? Otherwise, when he sees your torn cloak, Orhana, and you see him, no, and he just grabs it and fixes the tear. Free of charge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I won't have my enchantments out there being sullied. I like it, Tullius. Sullied. All right, if that's enough, I'm busy. Get out.
Bye.
Pushes you all out. Okay, what's next? What are y'all doing before you're leaving Waterdeep? Y'all talking? Y'all doing anything? Checking yourselves
So I
out?
bought this
should
cool ring. I wonder what it does.
Yeah, do you know what that does? Or
I have no idea. I just buy things and then I just,
would
see.
you like me to check it out for you?
if you don't mind.
It does
If you
look
don't
pretty.
mind.
It's a silver ring and it's got little bits of greens in there.
It's a cool ring.
Emerald
Yeah, I'm gonna
gemstones.
start looking at it and
It looks like something I would
I'll
wear.
cast Identify on it.
Okay. Well, you guys just read the definition, so you know what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give this back to you.
Well, I
Bad
bought
idea.
that.
Yeah, you're gonna die if you hold on to this. Bad idea.
What do you mean?
Trust me, you don't want it.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'm telling the truth.
18.
He's telling the truth, but that was your ring, and he is weak as shit.
Is he though?
He is now.
I mean, he's not as strong as me, but
No one is as strong as Tullius.
oh yeah.
I'm excited for Charnook to keep underestimating that.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I could take him.
Oh, really? Come. Oh, who is Joe?
Um,
Up to Tullius. who now fears next to nothing thanks to this belt. Definitely not dangerous.
The only thing that this ring does is make it easier to die. It will not help you in any way.
Tullius contemplates this, staring at you, his little lizard tongue like coming out and licking his lips and stuff as he's trying to judge this. Takes out his lute and just gives a little ring, give a little tune, puts it back.
Stylian tune, yeah.
Yes, of
Right.
course, always a tune.
Very useful.
I'm gonna make my way back to the mansion.
You're all in the mansion
Tell you
having
what,
this discussion.
You can keep it.
Tyrion, I'm going back to the mansion. Everyone's like, are you having a stroke?
All right, bye.
Are you all right today?
Fucking weirdo. Why is he so weird today?
I'm gonna walk with him to make sure he doesn't collapse.
Maybe, yeah.
Tyrion playing it up as he goes upstairs. Oh, thank you, Chandra. You're like, oh, I got you.
Maybe compensate me some other time. No food. I don't have to pay for food or drink for like at least 2 months. At least. It's 500 gold.
I mean, we'll be on the road, so sure.
That's fair.
When we're in cities.
Nope, you said for 2 months. That's the next 2 months. That was the agreement.
Fuck. Well, I still don't have to pay.
Very well.
Nice. Iris, what are you doing?
I'm just going back to the place, I guess.
What place?
The place.
The mansion.
We're already there.
You're already there, as you Iris, sitting in his seat. Whoa, what? What's happening today?
Me and you, Lyris, just in our heads all day long.
You can only attune to 3 things at a time.
I know.
I guess I'll continue working on the book.
Are you sure?
Oh my god, Ryan. Every time.
Are you sure there's nothing else you're supposed to be doing right now?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man.
After you made... I mean, why did you go to the boats, Ryan? What was the point of nearly dying?
Hang on.
Flipping through the notes nervously. Did I write it down? Oh god, I hope I wrote it down.
Ulyrus comes home realizing he
right.
finally finished his dossier on the Cobalt Wolves. All 5 dossier reports finally complete.
Yes,
And he's
I'm gonna
leaving the city tomorrow.
I'm gonna go back to the store.
Oh, good to hear. Ulyrus ducks out as everybody goes to sleep.
See you later.
Bye.
I didn't have to do that, but also I don't think it would be fair to do that.
No, that's fine.
There's a lot to keep track of.
Ulyrus knows. Ryan doesn't know.
Yes. It's only what he's been obsessing over. All right, so, Ulyrus, you return. It's about closing time for the shop, the spice shop. And it's sort of,
Spice shop.
as an individual in there, and you see the very familiar drow, Ingot, standing there, dealing with a customer as you come in. And he gives you a little, 1 second, and hands over a little box full of spices to this halfling individual. All these different colors, very excited. Can't really tell the age. It looks so young, as most halflings do, and walks past you. Barely even notices your existence over the excitement of their spices. As Ingot looks at you. Can I help you? Oh, that's wrong. No, excuse me. Could I help? Oh,
do it.
fuck.
Just dive
No,
in.
I'm trying to find it, is the problem.
Oh, it's in there. It's in there.
Sorting through personalities.
There's a lot of NPCs. Iris, can I help you?
There he is.
Yes. Do you know if the full moon will be out tonight?
I sincerely appreciate you using that. The amount of times I've worked with people and they wouldn't. Yes, it's out. Come here. What do you have? You see this relief of how many people he's just had to ignore in the past, and the DM how happy he is that you figured out to use the right password to even engage in this conversation. Big win for you, Iris. Like Luigi just found something in Luigi's Mansion. Big time.
Hey, he's a professional.
All right. So do you hand over all the dossiers?
Yes, I will hand over all my here are all
Dang
the
there.
dossiers.
Thank
Thank
you. Wonderful. You see him as he walks over and puts the close sign on the shop, and he walks over, standing, looming over Eulyris as the shop is closed, the front door locked.
This is how he dies.
He takes out a bag from his side and hands it to Eulyris as you feel this heavy chink of gold in your hand. He puts these in here. In one of his pouches, and you see him put a hand on your shoulder. Thank you, Iris. Hopefully, this makes a difference, and hopefully you're not shit at what you do. As he takes his hand off your shoulder, you see him start arranging some stuff and putting on some gear and all this stuff. Iris sort of looks at him and inquires, what's going on over there? You can roleplay if you want.
What was he doing?
He's putting on all these clothes, and he seems to be immediately going somewhere.
You cut out for me.
It's okay. We don't have to do this. I feel it.
Where are you going?
As he's putting on all this stuff, he ushers you out of the shop. He locks it all up. He has, it seems like, all this traveling gear on him. And he looks at you, Eulyris. Till we meet again. And walks out and away into the night. You can add... one moment. 1,250 gold to your inventory.
Nice.
Hopefully you're not shit.
Okay.
Garbage.
And you return home a little richer and hopeful that you made a difference in our world.
We're all good.
Very hopeful.
All right. It's the next day. Unless anybody else had anything they want to add, it's morning and it's travel time, bitches.
Water.
Goodbye, Liv. Take care of the place.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yavanna looks to all of you. I'll be back here waiting for when you return.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, Charnook. Ish.
You're welcome.
Let me get some. Do we got travel music? I have travel music. Once we get there, you get to the shop.
Give me
Adam
that
gives
sweet
you. You can
overworld.
add that to your inventory. The endless water supply.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
Oh, give me those spell slots.
Everyone's well rested, minus you two having your standard nightmares, keeping you up and having restless nights. But you still get your full rest because I'm not cruel.
long rest, but bad dreams.
Yes, because also it'd be so long for you guys to shake these things. It would
We
be
would
so
actually-
unreasonable.
we would
you would die.
actually
You would die of
die,
exhaustion,
yeah.
but long before
What
you could
is
ever
it
figure
called?
this out.
Decanter of endless water.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds really right.
I found it.
You're awesome.
Sloshes when shaken, as if it contains water.
So let me just
What?
make sure my notes. You
No
guys
way.
did that.
Oh,
That's
it's
so
got
cool.
it's got commands. Okay.
You could probably like.
Geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth.
Oh
in a geyser.
Jesus! Okay, he doesn't do that. Just it's not a weapon, please God.
It's just an item.
Yes, it's an item. You're not gonna be geysering people. You can fuck with other people with a geyser, but
Man. I can't
we're not
wait.
doing damage.
Room for
It
creativity.
doesn't have to do damage.
I guess you could
as
drown
long as
them.
as long as it geysers, that's all I need.
Just gotta be able to push them so they fall off a cliff.
I got that one.
I'm not pushing people off cliffs. I'm just
Right. If somebody needs to be pushed off a cliff, I'm your guy.
All right, I believe.
I
I'm
bet
good
you I
at
could
shoving
push them off farther.
As true Xiaomi is a professional at shoving people.
He
I mean, did you?
I
did
feel
you
like
He
they-
literally saved you all because he shoved everyone down. Shamir just came, pushed everyone down, and totally saved everyone from being murdered.
Seriously.
I don't know about that.
I feel like this should just be
Yeah,
a
no,
custom
you
item
do.
because I'm pretty sure
I
this
mean, I
is
was,
meant
but
to weapon.
It's not a weapon, so we can all just understand it's not a weapon, so I don't have to do
just
more
a
work.
bottomless water skin.
Yep.
yep.
That's all it is.
And all the implications that lie therein.
Yep. Okay, I can live with that.
Bottomless water skin.
Here we are. Everyone about to leave Waterdeep. This is your last chance to make your peace with the world and anything else you want to check out before you leave to wherever you're going. You still have to choose your final destination to where you're traveling toward. Everyone has their motivations to places they need to go. You have Timora trying to force you to come back to Fanlin.
As soon as we reach the outskirts of the town.
We haven't left the town yet.
Okay.
You gotta be easy, boss. Yeah, hold on to this. We're making sure everyone's got all their shit. Everyone's doing their last minute checks right now, making sure they have everything. Salem has stopped by and it gave you guys three of these 30-foot save your people things that I will homebrew for you.
Did we ever buy health potions?
Oh no, that didn't end up happening during that exchange. You can go do that now.
This morning when we go pick up the flask,
from
we
Adam.
also just in brief buy some
500 for greater healings, 50 for normal health potions.
How many does he have?
He has a fuck ton because he's Adam the West.
I want to buy 1 greater and 3 minor for myself.
3 minor. Do you even have that money left? You spent a shit ton of money.
I do.
Out of his reserves,
Out
probably.
of your reserves?
It's 500 plus 150, right?
Yep, so 650.
Yeah, I have that.
All right. I'm pretty sure Charnuka I know
How
has
many are the
nothing.
miners?
No, I'm good.
The minors are 50.
We won some
We'll
of that money back.
take 2 miners.
Okay.
Can you say that again? It was 150 for the miners, which are those are just
50?
normal,
No,
50?
right?
I bought 3.
So there's 50. It costs 50 for a normal minor health potion.
Yeah.
For greater, it's 150. Or 500. I'm sorry, 500. My thing says 150 because I was being nice and drunk at 4 a.m. in the morning. But I know the real prices of them are 500.
Okay, so I'll get 2 greater,
Okay.
and I think let's see. So that there.
That's 300. No, that's
No,
1,000.
that's a
That's
1,000.
1,000 for
Okay.
2 graders.
Yeah, and that's fine. And then I'll get like
What do you mean that's fine?
10
400.
Oh,
of
shit,
the
what are
minor.
you doing?
Oh,
you're so
Oh,
rich!
this is
No,
coming out
I'm
of this is
loaded,
coming out of
so-
my pocket, not my reserve.
okay, good. Then I won't keep track of that. For Tyrion though, that was you spent 650.
Yes.
I'll just make sure you guys have this money after the fact. I don't feel like doing that now. That's not fun.
Okay, so I'm spending
1,000.
1,000 for the greater,
Yeah.
and then I think 1,000 for the normal. So that would be 10 normal.
He can give you 5 because based on
Only
what they
5.
took, he has 5 left.
Okay, sure. I'll take all 5.
Okay, so that'll be 500 more.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
would like to buy
Oh no, 5. No. That's 250.
one
Just
minor healing
250.
potion.
Or
250.
250.
Yep. So total of 1250.
1250. Thank you.
Yep.
I'll use my picks instead of healing
Gold,
potions.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
You're good. Gold. Everybody else settled?
Thanks for the water skiing.
How
Thanks
many
for
more
the sweet
greater does he
sword.
have?
All right.
Always welcome.
Reed, can I just check in? What do I have left from my bank?
From your what?
My bank of money.
I don't have it in front of me, and that's why I didn't
Okay.
want to start searching. It's not a lot. I know it's not because you spent like $7,000 or $8,000 initially the first time you
Yes.
visited them.
Because what I have left, just overall total, I have 1291.
1291.
That's
Okay.
my overall total. That's pocket and bank.
Pocket and bank. Okay, I can live with that. That sounds about right to me. I can live with that.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna get 4 of the greater. Is that possible?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, for the greater.
Yes.
Jesus, you're fucking loaded. You stealing magical item, little rock gnome.
Sorry.
That'll add another 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll clear out his. Yeah, that'll clear him out.
Okay.
So he has none of those left. Yep.
Nobody fall down a cliff with these in their pocket. I feel great, but there are shards of broken glass in my body.
Well, good thing you got healed.
For like
Butt chug
40
the,
D8 or whatever.
Yeah, butt chug those healing potions.
Well, this will be interesting to see how this develops.
Just
So yeah, you cleaned him out for everything he had.
Just
All
out of
his potions.
curiosity,
Yeah.
what does the Atom of the West's vicious greatsword look like?
What was once a normal metal greatsword like you would see in Game of Thrones is now this like serrated edge where it's like very sharp cuts, something you would see in the Western cultures over there in Tet. It's super long, so one side's still sharp, but it's not curved, but one side sort of has this curve to it, while this one still stayed straight, so it still meets at the same point. It's got these black and reds in it, and it's he even engraved into the sword itself runes. So you see lots of these elvish runes inside the sword.
I like this.
So it's really menacing, and when you go to sheath the sword, that weird jaggedness folds.
Oh,
And then it comes out. When you come out, it goes.
Ooh.
that's really cool.
I'm very cool.
I'm very excited to use
I only
this.
make cool things
So
and things
far-
that work very
so
well.
far, that has been very true.
Could you make
As he
something-
turns into a minotaur, very true.
Could you make something that's not cool?
I'd prefer not to. As he turns back into a human. All right, get out of my shop. You're wasting my time. Bye bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Thanks for the water.
All right.
Is there, rations?
Yeah. No, you guys can get rations. That's fine, just from any local shop.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'd be cool.
Rations for everybody.
Plenty of rations.
Can cost like I think 25, 26 gold for really nice stuff.
I'm
20
not
gold.
paying for it.
You're right. 20 gold for the whole group. That is. You got
That's
it.
right, you
20
will.
gold. All right, so mark that off. 20 gold. You all have rations in your inventory to be budgeted. It's going to be double that actually, because it's going to take you 2 months to get the Fanlin. 10 dwarf will take you about 6 months. So, are you going to? I imagine you're going to Fanlin first, but you can do whatever the hell you guys want.
Shalmir, where do you think we
I
should
believe
go?
we should go to Fandolin first.
Wait.
think so,
Definitely
too.
want to go to Fandolin.
Who does anyone know how to cook?
I'm a fan. I'm just kidding.
I don't believe you.
Tony
I
thinks he
mean-
can cook.
I
I can
could
make drinks really great.
probably do a decent job cooking.
Tyrion's all right. I mean, he had to cook for himself for all
Yeah,
that time. He's no
I've
master
lived alone.
chef. But you
And
know,
I've lived in the woods before.
yeah. So you're all right. You're all
I'm
right.
probably a decent cook. I don't know.
As a rock gnome, yeah.
Yeah, like I've
You're
done
probably
before.
really heavy on certain things though. Like he is like got this go-to like every night. This is what he made, and he would eat that over and over again. Where you're always just like this spice, always put this on everything.
Always garlic.
This is always in here. It has to be in here.
What do you mean there's no garlic in this dish?
Yep. So we'll do garlic for that. What, do you have anything for Tyrion that would be his go-to every night? Just like when people are getting sick of it, they're just like, why? I don't understand. I ate this every day of my life.
No, I was going more off my survival. I have proficiency in survival,
Uh-huh.
and in my background I do have a history of living on my own. So
Sure. All right.
I'm reasonable at making do with what I've got,
Okay.
and I can also do a bit of hunting myself.
He likes berries. Very vegetarian meals when he's on the road. Okay.
Shalmir definitely knows how to hunt and then throw a deer on a fire and eat that.
That sounds exactly like Xiaomi. As a deer comes by, poof, just punches it in the face as it goes down.
It's a mercy.
That's a memory of Shalmir coming back to him. So uncivilized. Okay. Everybody leaving the town? Are we going to start our survival checks, marching orders to Fanlin then?
Let's get it.
All right. You are leaving Waterdeep.
Our trek to Fandolin.
All right. Give me some. Who's leading this charge? Shalmir's leading. All right. Anybody
It's
else?
his thing.
All right. Shalmir leads. So give me a survival
I'll
check.
inspire him though every time.
I'll also give myself guidance every time.
I had someone talk to me last night about how he abused guidance in his game. And he's like, I deserve this, and the DM had to make a cooldown. So you're not using it every time.
I'll use it the first time.
Thank you. So we don't have to have a rule about cooldowns implemented.
Sheesh.
22, 25, 28.
Okay, so here we are, traveling through the lands of Whitland. You find it's very water-like. The Riverlands is what some people will nickname it as well, the wetlands, but not swampy. It's not at all like that. It's very, all the rivers are very close to the surface level, the ground level of everything you do. Trees and reeds are almost everywhere that you see. Grass is very green and beautiful. There's lakes that you come to and fro with. I actually have. Did I share it? It's probably on my website, I believe. Let me go. Where's radrendering.com?
What? He's had a website.
The map of Whitland. You guys can see it as you travel. Red rim.
Should have asked for a map.
Yeah, if
Did
you
anyone buy a map?
No, if you did, that actually you would have got some more stuff. Yeah, you can get rid of all
I probably could have brought my map from home.
your map's meh. You could have brought your map.
He's killing all
But
of
you'll know
us.
Whitland. We can just all say you brought the map for Whitland. Map. Thank you for clearing that, Zach.
This is very Game of Thrones-esque. I like it.
Yep.
Very appropriate.
I made it myself.
That looks good.
Thank you.
You look good.
I have a couple others I've finished. I gotta do all the west though. So this is our wonderful map of a tool, some of the kingdoms. It's mainly a map of Whitland. So can you guys see that decently on Discord or no? Did I share it? I might have shared it in Discord actually earlier. I'm pretty sure I did share that one in the maps.
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
Yeah, look for that. So you guys are in Waterdeep here. In a travel to Fanlin, it's going to be a shot like you can either cross diagonally or you're going to cross over in here. Because remember, it's over on that coast is where Fanlin is. It's just above the border. Oh shit, wait, Freya's there? Yeah, oh good, it's not that far then.
And we don't have to deal with the mountains as much.
Yeah, it's like right where this ends, basically, is where the whole all of Fanlin is in that whole area. In the hills and all that good stuff.
Right.
Let's go to Scoberheim.
I hear it's a fun place.
It's not.
Let's go to Jalasia.
Deep Lake.
Do that.
You
Stop
could
by
do
Deep
that.
Lake on the way out.
I mean, you can. You could hard cut to Charduk staying at a lake. It's fucking deep.
Jump in.
There's all sorts of mainly hills and wetlands is what you see. The is that Hornabu Mountains? Hornabu Mountains?
Do we have a cart?
No, we were just walking normally. No one picked up a cart yet.
Oh, it's a couple babies.
Well, do you guys have anything to
pull the
bring
cart.
though?
Just faster travel.
You could. Well, I mean, horses. You could try and purchase horses and all this. Like you guys could at this point now that you've started your adventure, you got to the outskirts, and now you're asking, do we have a map? Do we have horses?
Yeah.
You all can definitely turn around, lose a half a day to go try and get this stuff.
Can we do that?
I
Yep.
am a horse.
Can we
Come
do that?
on.
All right, sure. You
All
guys can go
right.
get horses.
All right,
It
great.
costs about 150 gold pieces for a normal
I don't
horse.
think I can ride a
A
horse.
war horse costs 400 gold pieces.
Oh
We
man, I
don't
don't
need a
have
war
that money.
horse. We just need transportation
A cart is going to run you about 650 gold.
for all of us.
For it would big enough
It's
to
like
fit
a
all
cart
of you.
XL.
Yeah, to fit all of you, and you're going to need horses with them.
Yeah.
That's also going to cause rations for the horses, which would be another about 20 gold pieces for them. They're going to be half of what you have to feed them as you take it all the way to Fanlin.
I
Copy.
paid for the cart.
I can.
All right, that's
I can
over
buy,
then. Cart's
I
here.
can buy a horse and whatnot.
All right.
I want to get my own war horse.
You okay?
Yes.
Shalmir has now got his own mount.
Oh,
That's sick.
I'm
all about
hope
this.
that this is going to be a thing.
So you have a war horse. You want to name it?
I go back to Adam's enchantments.
You can think about that.
Think about that.
We need a lance.
Adam, we need a horse.
No,
All right, have a nice day.
Enchant my horse out.
that's not how that works.
Come on,
No, go to the stables like all the normal people do.
enchant it.
Out, Shalmir. That's all happened.
Oh, that's great.
What's another day?
All right.
Has anyone bought a horse?
Yes, he bought a war horse, but there's two more horses you guys need to buy.
Yeah, I bought the all.
He bought all the horses.
Because I bought a cart and
Okay, you got the
I-
cart. That was
I can
650. That was 300 for two horses. 450 for the war horse. So there you are.
We're all covered?
Yeah, everything's covered by
Rations.
the people. Yeah, who bought the rations?
Oh, buy the
I think-
ration.
No, Shamir bought the rations.
Yeah, 40 gold pieces of rations. You already covered that, right,
Yeah.
Shalmir? All right, that's done.
Do we need anything else? Oh, let's get a map. Yeah.
Map. All right. You go to around, and they send you back to Adam because he's one of the only
Hello.
people that would have
Yeah.
the best maps around.
Adam.
Oh, again. All right.
We have business this time.
I hope.
Do you have any maps?
No. As the map's going back out, one of them was like crawling in the ceiling. What map do you want?
We're traveling to Fandolin.
So, Kingdom of Freya?
Yes.
I don't know.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yes.
Something like
You are
Freya.
the wrong one to ask.
I don't
Kingdom of Freya, Kingdom of Whitland. I'll bundle it together for you. That'll be 10 gold pieces.
I'll give you 11.
For a map.
Yeah. It's one of the great...
The best map.
It's a very detailed map, like no other in the entire world. Even Rudolph would be jealous.
Actually, do you have, just for personal use, do you have like a world whole map?
Yeah.
How much?
For personal use, I could make a copy for when you return.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. It'll probably run you about 15 gold pieces.
All right. Can I pay in advance?
Sure. It'll be here when you return.
Thank you.
Good luck remembering to pick that up.
Just write in your notes. You'll be fine.
An elephant never forgets.
Boom.
I'm actually an elephant.
Boom!
Locks it on
Locks
the
it on.
whole time.
Yep.
I'm not the only one who's big. Hooray.
All right. You guys re-begin your journey
Yes.
through the wetlands. And on that, we're going to take a break because my dad just came home with pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll be back.
I'm eating the whole thing.
Yeah, nobody needs to hear that.
It'll be easy enough. So, leaving Waterdeep inside your wagon.
Descriptions are hard, dude.
They can be. Yes. You leave behind the stone city of Waterdeep. As you once remembered, when you first entered inside Waterdeep, it looked run down. And still looks a bit run down, but there's a hominess to it. It's some place that you guys now cherish as a home base of operations, a place of positive memories and difference you've made. You leave Waterdeep with the titles of heroes of Waterdeep. You've made friends in the highest of places, and there is a lot more to be found. The Mad Mage, Xandathar, the Faceless Lords, what was going on with the Black Network, and so on and so forth inside the city. More mysteries to be revisited the next time your journeys cross paths with
We'll have to
Waterdeep.
check out the Dungeon of the Mad Mage when we're level 20.
Might be important, might not be. You'll have to see.
Not. It's gonna be a
What's you
while.
down in?
I think while we're going, I'm gonna be like, Charnook, you got someone to watch the bar, right?
Yeah, lives all over.
Hard cut the lift. They locked me out. They locked me out. I'm a ghost. Why can't I get in? Just kidding. That's not how it happened in real life. He's a ghost.
Oh no.
Passing through Great Lakes of Great Lakes and cutting across the world of Whitland. Inside your cart, it's a very roomy cart with not a lot of supplies. So the last time when you were the Fandolin crew, most of the supplies was taking up the back of the cart. Instead, you have room. It's more a supply cart, and it fits you guys most comfortably. At night, you're even able to take sheets and drag it off the top of the cart to bring some coverage for those of you that are fine with sitting next to each other and sharing spaces. Others have their own little tents or little makeshift areas of sleep that they're used to, that they make and assemble as they go through the lands. Like I said earlier, a lot of grasslands. It's very green, and the water shelf is right next to the actual landmass all the time. It's very wet in your travels through Whitland, and you see with Shalmir's rolls lots of wonderful creatures throughout the lands. You, on some night's watches with Shalmir leading the pack and staying up, you see elk and doe, foxes, wild boars. All these cross your paths over the course of 2 months it takes you to travel to Fandolin. Every now and then you run into an occasional traveler and exchange pleasantries. But let's take a 6-sided die.
Bandits.
Nope, it's something different.
Oh, I'm so ready to punish some bandits.
One is I had it written.
Can you turn up your brightness too? It's bothering me. I can't see what.
I got you.
Tellius,
Mm.
you,
Guy.
and Charnook.
What's
Oh,
up,
neat.
dude?
So,
Oh, we're doing the thing, aren't we?
yep,
Oh, yes.
that's what's about to happen.
One thing.
For you two, you sit down on one of your many days of travel,
Oh, boy.
and just before you talk, Tullius, you hear a familiar voice ask, "Answer?"
I think I've been thinking about this a lot. I think the answer to one of them is I think I got two answers for this one. It's like nothing, or maybe time. One of the two. I'm not sure which.
When you say nothing,
Okay.
as you're talking to yourself on one of your night watches, Tullius, with his hands on his sword, sitting crisscross applesauce. The campfire died out as the wagon is overclosed on
That sword would be like
Lyris,
super bright. By
Tyrion.
the way.
thinking and talking. With nothing. In a unfamiliar sun is shining right in your eyes, unfortunately, where it's cast in one of those days.
Every time. Stupid weather.
But you get the feelings of sadness from those around you as they're patting you on your shoulder and giving you all sorts of encouragements that you can't quite make out. You don't understand what they're saying. The language long lost to the world. You see a bright white light appear in front of you. Ethereal portal of sorts. Before walking into it, you're stopped. And a gray-green hand with claws similar to yours and long 3 scars across it hands you your loot. As you
Okay.
grab your loot, you feel this sense of emotion, something sentimental. You feel connection and thankfulness. And as you take the loot you recognize as your own, you enter the portal. Inside the portal, you stand on almost an endless ocean of white. It seems to go on with no horizon forever and ever. And you see yourself say, well, that's a lot of nothing. And it ends.
On brand.
On brand. On brand. That's great.
When you return, you hear the familiar voice. More answers, more memories.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. So, Charnook and Tullius.
Yeah.
Charnook, you get a story of love. And Tullius, you get a story of loss. So you share some sort of story of something positive, love related, in some respect about your backstory, and you something of loss relating to you and your backstory.
Well, Charnook, you might not know this about me, but
As you're sitting on one of your night watches underneath the moonlit sky.
I was I've lost some things. I've lost some memories. You might not know that.
I didn't know that.
I've lost most of them, actually. It all kind of goes back to like a certain point, and then it kind of just there's just nothing there. It's like there's a wall.
So you can't remember anything about who you are, or what you are, where you've been,
Nope,
or why you're here?
not really. No. pretty weird.
I can imagine it would be strange to have no place to really call home.
I mean, I have a mansion now. That's pretty cool.
That's true. This mansion is really nice. But I don't...
It's a nice bar.
Yeah, it's a great bar. I don't think it quite compares to the feeling of home. Where my real home is in the middle of all of the labyrinth. Nothing really compares to just the feeling of having all of the family and all of the ancestors gathered together, and just to see the years of wisdom and joy unfold before you. And I never really understood all of it, but it is a beautiful thing. And hopefully I can experience that again soon.
Do you ever feel like that when you're hanging out with us?
Yeah, come to think of it, I guess I do.
Me too. I don't think I've felt that ever. Well, maybe I have, but I don't remember it, that's for sure. So, I know the conversation started a bit sad, but I'm really grateful for you and everyone else that we're hanging out with.
I am too. It sure beats being alone on a boat.
And that's where the conversation sort of ends. As the both of you enjoy your company during your night's watch.
I'm not stabbing him, though.
Oh, you! Oh, you rascal, you! That's about a week and a half into your travels. About 2 more weeks go by. More of the wild boar. You experience quite a pack of them as you're going through. Some of you get the urge to hunt, but at this point you're still fine on rations, and you don't want to slow down.
I'm tired of rations.
Don't want to slow down your journey, but all right. you want to try and hunt a boar?
Yeah, I'll take Shalmir with me.
All right.
Shalmir, what's the name of your horse?
I haven't named it yet.
It's been a week and a half. You've just been riding a nameless horse.
No, that's the name of his horse. I haven't named it yet.
Oh,
That's like all one word. Spelled phonetically.
Everyone's taking the piss out of Shalmir right now.
It's dwarvish, yeah, definitely.
it's
I haven't
Dwarvish.
heard it yet.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize
Yeah,
it.
of course.
New Star Wars trailer.
Right. Anyone else?
Came out
Boar?
2 days ago.
I'm really not in the mood for some mac and cheese again. Some mac and cheese rations. I mean, we have the water to do it, but it's like, I'm tired of that.
Ryan, you want to try putting your camera back on? Just for the heck of it. See if
Tyrion takes a look at them and is just like, I don't know what you're talking about, as he's eating like a handful of berries.
I knocked the berries out of his hand.
yeah.
I stabbed the berries now.
The berries.
Well, that's rude.
I haven't stabbed a anything in a while. I just
Almost crazy
Nazi.
bloodthorn Tyrion. Nah! I need to kill something.
I need to hunt a boar.
Ryan, you want to put your camera back on? Just see, we'll test the connection. See if we can have.
I've got the
Your
itch.
face. You still there? Are you there, Ryan?
He's
Yeah.
been gone.
Okay.
Maybe
I've got the itch.
All right, so go ahead and do a
I do see
survival.
the tracks. They lead this way.
Give me a survival check.
Am I doing it or him?
Excuse me. I'm
He asked you to hunt, so you give him an advantage.
What's a boar?
Exactly. So go ahead and roll.
Natural 20.
Let's
go, dude!
Their prince looks and yeah, exactly that. Good job.
As you're explaining it, you already have one. You mean this?
You mean
And you see like,
this thing?
Yeah, That's it.
You have it.
I'll just-
You captured it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to roll that.
Like,
Nat
just
20.
break its neck in half. Just
I mean, you don't even have to try hard.
I don't.
So, yeah. It just like, head comes on. And Tullius is just like, he's this tiny little, it's a little unnerving to you, Shalmir. Like, oh, things shouldn't do that. I don't like that at all.
It's like, give it some mercy at least. Gosh.
It was,
It was quick.
It was quick.
Okay. Fair.
and you see the head just like flopping and just like, it was quick. as he's talking with the face. It's like, there was something to that in Waterdeep. Those two cards were great.
I should do this more often.
Ryan, turn your webcam on. Is it on for you? Oh, okay.
Yes!
He's so handsome. Look at him in that flannel.
Holds up.
I'll skin the boar.
All right. So that's what you'll do during that night. While you're skinning the boar, Eulyrus and Tyrion have stories of gain. Both of you get to share a story of gain.
Story of gain.
Yep. Something you won, earned, found,
One
succeeded
time,
in.
I did a bunch of push-ups. What a net? No.
You're doing push-ups while you're skinning the boar?
Never mind. I was just making a
Always
gains
doing-
joke.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I won a goldfish once.
I got a roll.
And I'm just pulling random, by the way. I'm not actually...
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's all up to chance.
Hey, Eulyrus. Where have you been?
Oh, well. I've been all around this continent, at least. Haven't made it over to Autet, but gone exploring almost everywhere in this continent, at least. Going through ruins, learning some history, stuff like that.
I've really only been more to this south of the continent my whole life.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll make it up north and you can explore up there.
Oh, I'd love to do that. I mean, that's along the way we're going. I was
Yes.
curious. Have you ever been to a town, Enzik? It's in Skober, towards the far east. It's a port city.
It's possible.
Nope.
Don't, no.
You didn't go there if that's what you're searching for right now.
Yeah.
Yep, nope. You've never been there. Never had a need to go there because you traveled north.
Yep. I've been to Skober, but I haven't been to that particular part.
You live in Skober. Skoberheim is the city you also live in.
Yep. Yep. I'm actually from Skober.
Really?
Yes, I grew up in Skober.
Oh,
One moment. Repeat, Ryan.
I grew up in Skoberheim.
Tried so hard. Play the Linkin Park song.
And got so far in the end.
So he lives in Skoberheim. Keep going, Tyrion. Roll with it.
I've always been curious to visit. I lived for a number of years in this city of Enzik. It was a nice place. It's actually where I started working on the dock. I met a man named Lance. When I arrived there, he kind of took me in, took care of me when I was there, showed me the ropes.
Interesting. What took you away and brought you down to Waterdeep?
Curiosity. I'm always interested to see what I can do with this magic, and you can't get you can't further that without either research or adventure, really. It's something you either unlock in the moment or it's something that you learn about. So after a time, I found things were getting a bit, I'd say, stable, which isn't a bad thing. It's just there wasn't any progress, so I felt I need to move towards a big city.
Yes, each town has its good things and the bad. Big cities are nice for meeting lots of interesting people. But, small places have their charm.
That the wind picks up a little bit, gets a little chill. It's spring inside Atul, as you guys have just stepped out of winter during these travels as the weeks are going on. The snow is rightfully melting, and that's why the grass is so wonderfully green the farther up you go. It seems the warm season has been following as well.
I can breathe again.
Your travels conclude as you start to approach a town hidden inside a valley. What you all notice is how beautiful the sunsets are once you get up toward the hilltops. The city doesn't seem to be able to see it, but it's something that you can see the foot tracks of people who often come up here to gaze upon the beauty that is the long curving hills inside the kingdom of Freya that you've all traveled now into. Some of you, your very first time ever entering the kingdom of Freya. Others, second or third time the charm getting into the kingdom. Below, you see what once was wood walls. You can still see the remnants of it slowly becoming stone walls around this tiny but ever-expanding town of Phandalin. Orhana recognizes it and sees the city guards taking their patrols all the way around the land of Phandalin. And inside, there's some busy work as it's still turning to dusk.
One of these nights, can I do something?
Yeah, absolutely. So before we get to that, sure. Because I don't want to overdo this either, the story sharing. I think that was good so far.
I want to wait until Telius is asleep.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And once he's asleep, I want to try and steal his belt.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead and try.
No.
You rolled a 3.
It's a 4 on the sleight of hand.
Sharnook. Nervous. Tullius, you hear his breathing from at least 5 feet away, but you're playing along.
I'll play along for now.
I'll get closer and closer.
As he's coming, you use some presto and make it appear that you're wearing the belt as you take off the belt.
Yep.
And you put it in front of you.
On brand.
As Charnook, you do a swipe and you do walk over a couple feet. Comes over. As most of the people are asleep, it's your watch and Ulyrus's watch. At this point, you see Ulyrus as he's looking over and seeing Charnook. Ulyrus, not touching that. Especially because Tullius is involved. Not touching that. As he's looking.
Foiled this time.
After the 4th try, Charnook, give me an intelligence check.
It's actually really good. That's an 18.
What?
Might be magic, but maybe not. As he walks away without a belt, forgetting that his whole goal was to get a belt.
Oh,
And you're like sitting down trying to make it appear and shit. Well, I don't understand. But you have a general sense of some tomfoolery is afoot.
It's a tricky one. I'll have to up my game next time.
You easily put the belt back on and continue your sleep.
Yep.
This continues for 5 other nights.
Jesus Christ.
Do I get other rolls?
Nope. Crawling up as Tullius is taking a piss. And Tullius just, whoa, look at I slipped as you keep coming and start pissing on Charnook. And you walk away pretending not to notice him. Oh, he's gonna get me again. Doesn't
One of
even
these
know.
times I'm going to be waiting in a tree for him to pass by. I'm going to drop right on top of him.
Okay.
Jesus.
As you drop right on top of him, he just catches you.
What you doing there?
The view is really nice up there.
Yeah, it is. I could hold you up here if you want.
I mean, I'm already here. Might as well.
All right.
Orhana, you are like restringing your bow right now as you see right now Charnook just like he's talking to Tullius as you okay. The 4th occasion.
Oh, my Lord.
Coming up with rocks. He puts the rocks on. Stupid idea. He walks back. All right, you're at Fanlin on the mound, and you're all deciding whether or not to go enter Fanlin
That's
right
enough
now.
zany antics for now.
Zany antics.
Anybody else want to do anything during their trip? Elyrus, you want to do anything?
Ryan at 2 frames a second.
Did you say a word? Because if you said a word, it got cut out. Oh, Jesus.
It's a good picture. He's still handsome.
Profile. Oh my god, he keeps cutting out only when he talks. Kill the camera. Ugh.
Hey, one of these nights,
Yeah.
after all the shenanigans are over,
This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna ritual cast Magic Mouth.
What does that do?
It's
it's
a
the-
word bomb.
It's the word trap
Yeah,
thing I did in what's his face's room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna choose my belt as an object. I'm gonna implant a message on the belt.
Yeah.
And the message is just gonna say, if you attempt to take off this belt, you will suffer doom until the end of your days.
Okay.
And that is gonna, and the trigger for that is just like someone
Else touching it.
else attempting to take the belt off my person.
Okay. And another suggestion I would give you, and you could cast it again during the sequence, is just like it pretends to be Charnook's grandpa and being like, "You lost the orb," because you wouldn't know that. Tullius would know that.
Oh my god, that's great.
That came to my mind too. And I feel like that would be a good one. After he's just like, "I want to test it," and the first time, he like runs away.
Yeah, I'll do a special case just for Charnook.
Yeah, but for the second night when he comes up and he's just going to touch it, he's just like, "Oh, I don't believe that fucking shit." And she goes and touches it, just like, "Chanuk, you lost the orb. You can't get the orb." Sorry. As Chanuk just
Butting his head against the tree.
All right, Elyrus, what were you
Shaking.
What were you trying to
Definitely doing
do?
that. But yeah, no, for the remainder, it's just going to be something along those lines.
Cool. All right. Fantastic. Charnook. No. Yes. Elyrus. I hate your internet tonight. I'm going to be honest with you.
His internet hates us.
Oh God! Now it's on my internet.
Quick, turn off the Wi-Fi on your phone.
Elyrus, try again.
What?
We haven't heard every time you've had to re-say what you want to do because I think you've said something 4 times now. Have you said anything, or am I just?
What? Wait, what's going on?
I was
Are you saying
asking.
anything.
Okay, are you doing anything over the course, like the nights? All these people are doing stuff. Do you do anything? Yep.
Just chilling.
For 2 months. Okay.
2 months?
Yeah, it's 2 months travel, so.
I guess.
Do you want to talk
I'll take a
to
go
us?
with the.
Take out
No,
the.
screw you guys. I'm gonna take a go at the oracle.
I'm going to inspire him.
Check your inventory.
dildo.
I was going to
What?
go again.
Say it again. You cut out. You were going to what?
So I'll try to do the oracle.
Did you check your inventory? You, Iris?
Yes.
Did you check your inventory for the oracle?
Oh my.
It's cutting out like crazy. All of them now. I don't know if he's responding.
Do you want to try and restart the call, maybe?
Do you want to try killing your can? Let me just restart the call. I'm gonna make another call.
It's not gonna help.
Yeah, you're right.
Be back in like 2 seconds.
Just kill your cams, Luke and Hunter for now. Let's see if that helps the bandwidth.
Bye, guys.
Just us.
Womp womp.
I don't want
We'll
to.
miss you.
I miss you
All
already.
right. Is it any better, Ryan? That's a no. God damn it.
That's a no.
Let me try killing my cam too for now. How about now?
I don't know. How does it seem?
Seems better. So we'll try going with that for a little bit. So, did you end up checking your inventory for the oracle?
Okay, yes, I see it.
Did you search for it in your inventory, or are you searching for it as an item?
It's under my equipment.
Thanks, bro. Oh, I didn't need four of them.
Yeah, you did.
I
Why?
don't know why everyone thinks I need
One moment.
all the Mountain Dew tonight.
Well, it's just one of those nights. Game of Thrones.
When you go into your equipment and you look at all,
Mm-hmm.
it's not there.
I see it.
Hit that hot refresh button.
Yeah, is your page? Did you? Have you refreshed that page at all since we've been
Good.
playing?
Yeah, I've never
You know
felt
how to do
better.
the Heimlich?
No.
I don't know.
Give it a refresh and see if it's still there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just don't know how to swallow things properly because I'm bad at being a human.
Don't see one.
There we go. Okay.
Where did it go?
You Iris, give me an intelligence check as you start freaking out because the oracle is no longer in your inventory. Obviously, what I was getting at.
That is a straight intelligence. 19.
Thinking back, you can't imagine you left it anywhere. You wouldn't have ever let it out of your sight. It's never been off your person. Who could have possibly taken this oracle off you? Someone would have had to steal it for it to be out of your sight.
Possibly Adam of the West.
Adam the West stole it.
Right,
Do you remember any shady figures today that you just met for the first time?
I don't know. He
Adam the West is awfully suspicious.
definitely likes stealing stuff, so
Sure.
it's possible.
With a 19, Ulyrus is able to put together. Man, that weird captain was very touchy-feely. Ulyrus, do you want to maybe share that with the rest of the group?
Share what?
Kill you, Lars.
He's fucking dead.
I hate him with
I
my
don't know if
mouth.
you're saying anything or not.
Ulyrus, you're able to put together that weeks ago in Waterdeep, that Captain Lex was awfully touchy-feely with all of you, was quick to buy Tyrion's story, and may have stolen your oracle. Maybe he stole other stuff from the crew.
Guys,
Stop on my sword.
I'm missing my oracle, and I think back in Waterdeep, that Captain Lex fellow, he seemed to be very, very handsy and like acting strange. We should make sure he hadn't nothing else is missing. We should all check.
I think I'm good. I don't think he took anything from me.
I think I'm all right.
You actually find he left something on you.
Oh, what the fuck?
An old peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's been there a while and it's real gross.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Your immune system can handle that.
I'm fine.
Strange.
Everyone else he touched, he took stuff from. That's Orhana. That's Shalmir. That's Tyrion. That's Eulyris.
What did he take?
I don't know.
Yeah, must be rough when you have so many magical items you don't even know what he's taking from you.
No, I know.
That was a ring of fortitude or whatever.
How did he take a ring from?
You were wearing it.
That sucks.
I was wearing it.
Unfortunate.
I think I was wearing it too, but I'm not sure.
And
But-
Shalmir,
Oh well.
annoyingly enough, you thought you always carry this with you everywhere, but your goddamn blacksmith tools are missing.
Oh, you what, mate?
Where do you take those?
So you have to pick up. It's like it's more of like one of those things you unroll. He just sort of lifted that one. So you'll have to pick up some of these and definitely track down this Captain Lex at some point.
So Captain Lex, he is going to die.
Come on board. I haven't killed anyone in a while.
Where did he
It's
say
been
he was
weeks.
going?
He was from Tendorf.
Nope.
Let's go,
He
dude.
said he was in
Or no, he
Neverwinter.
said Neverwinter.
Yeah.
What? Why were you fist bumping?
Got the refund for the arcade system that they sent me that was garbage because the outputs didn't work.
That sucks.
But
But
the
yeah,
refund, so who
refunds.
cares?
Cool. All right.
He took my necrotic ring.
Sure did. He
waste
sure
money.
did. It was just random shit too. I didn't
it was-
purposely
it-
take anything. I just rolled on the table.
It was funny because it was gone, and I was like, "Oh, where'd that go?" So I re-added it until you bring it up.
I was curious whether that would happen enough during the sequence if I would be like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's supposed to be in there."
I didn't even think about it. Well, the problem is when I was adding the potions,
Yeah.
I accidentally added staves of healing.
Yeah.
So I deleted a bunch, like 3 in a row. So I was like,
okay.
"Oh, it's right next to where those were." I could have accidentally deleted it.
Nope.
Where did he say he lived?
Neverwinter. Everyone's talking about that, so yeah.
Fantastic.
We're gonna kill him.
Let's make a stop.
Fun fact: Neverwinter is closer to Phandalin than Tengdorf is. So let's make a little pit stop
That sounds like a plan.
afterwards.
Wonderful.
Just
All
gotta
right.
make sure we wrap ourselves in cling wrap so he doesn't steal anything else.
Do you all approach the gates of Phandalin?
Aye.
Aye, sir.
Into the gates we go.
Leading the group is Orhana at this point as she takes over
Or Hanner.
in familiar territory. As guards
previously
come
did.
up and they halt, state your business.
We're visiting some old friends.
Two of them look down. Is that Ohana?
What's up, guys?
Hey! Ohana's back! Where's all the rest of the crew? This is a different lot.
I'm not sure, but these are my new friends, and I'll introduce all of them.
Oh, I'm totally.
You see them all kind of like heartbroken, like, oh, all right. Okay.
I don't care about them. These are my new
These
friends.
are my new cool friends with death. They introduce and make your acquaintance, and you see some of the other people like, oh shit, the little one's back. Fucking yeah. You guys open up into Phandalin. During the night, you can hear some excitement. Wow,
Oh, we can
she's
hear
just
it.
not stopping.
I can hear the excitement.
It's right there.
Let me tell you.
You can you're greeted by some more guards as you go inside. You can tell since you've last been here, it's a lot more fortified, but the houses have been getting way nicer. You can see a lot of happiness you see young people out and about. You even see Carp running towards his house down the road. You
Carp.
can see up on the hill. It's a little difficult at night, but there seems to be something where those tenements were, where the tieflings were supposed to be originally. You can't really make it out because it's going right now at night, but No, Orhan's like, oh, I probably check that out later. You can see the church looks as beautiful as ever, the Temple of Timora. You see Bilton has once again changed the title of his shop, of his tavern, and it's now Bilton's Place. And he's still the thumbs up there. And you can see there's been boards that have put over the old name of it as it keeps.
We have to go there.
The town hall is with these beautiful drapes of colors that are Fanlin's blues and golds of a town pretty much dominated by the influence of Timora at this point, in a positive way. It's not in your face. It's very much just a respectful. You get a sense that people have really put a lot towards Timora, and your first instinct would be to go see Sister Geraldine.
Of course.
So,
maybe we should take care of the cart before we.
Yeah, you guys can definitely down the cart somewhere. As
My vehicle proficiency.
What kinds of people are walking around?
right now, loads of tieflings. It's the most amount of tieflings you guys have ever seen in like population density wise. Probably I think it's 30 of them out and about, just walking the streets. I believe there's 50 inhabiting the town. They're all out right now having a good
Do
time.
you know these people?
I'm gonna because I'm blown away because I haven't seen this many tieflings since my family.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call out an infernal, just like hello.
You see, like, all these tieflings turn their heads. Some of the kids, they wave and shit. And they're like, ah, look, it's fucking tiefling. That's amazing. They're like, all right. And they continue with their day.
They're related.
All you guys hear is just horrible, like, out of Tyrion's mouth. And everyone's like,
Nope. They're a hive mind. They act as one.
I'm just like,
They're
oh,
not
that's
bees.
really
What are
cool.
you talking about?
And Tyrion is in a nicer mood.
I'm not as pissed about the rings. Ring.
Oh, he's still
He stole rings, Captain Lex.
he stole one of my awesome rings.
It was random though, so I didn't purposely try to do that to you. To be fair, but I apologize. Murder! Sorry.
I just want you to know I have a wall of fire stored in my spell storing ring, so I have 2 walls of fire prepared.
Wow, you are pretty pissed about this.
Just trap him in the walls.
It's a circle, and he's on the inside.
You can't get out, so you think, boy. Anyway, Ohana, you are able to park in the familiar place where the wagon used to be parked. I'm pretty sure. Where did you guys leave that? In Skoberheim?
What?
Yeah, you left the magical carts in Skoberheim from the old crew.
Because,
The dead crew.
Right, 'cause we had to.
Yeah. So you park it where you used to park the old magical cart that you all acquired from that weird necromancer.
So strange.
As you walk up to the temple, you can hear some quiet hymns going on inside. And you push open the doors to see a few tieflings practicing and a couple of humans and a halfling in there right now. And Sister Geraldine right now is singing a song right now in her cute little adorable way, as adorable as goblins can be. And
they're like pugs.
ugly
cute.
Yeah. Sure.
What if someone that watches has a bug? Don't say
I
things
thought
like
you were
that,
going to
sir.
say, what if somebody who is watching is a goblin?
What if they're a pug?
As the doors open, Sister Geraldine and the hymn sort of stop to see the new visitors. The others continue, but she stops her singing to see the new visitors and gives a perplexed look and then a realization that it's you, Orhana, and starts walking towards you and the new group coming in. And before you even get a word in, she embraces you and gives you a big little person hug.
Aww, little people. They're so tiny.
That's adorable.
Orhana, you've returned. How are you doing?
Good, it's good to see you. It's been so long.
Oh, it's been ages. Almost a year, if not more, since I last saw you.
Sheesh.
Yes, these are my friends that I've made while I traveled to Waterdeep.
Oh,
And I'll introduce everyone again.
She introduces to all of you. Bigger than many of the last ones.
Why is everything so tiny?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they keep getting taller.
Me either.
I shoved Tyrion.
I just glared at him. Pure silver eyes of ink.
What brings you back to Fandland?
Well, I came back because I had some kind of strange vision from Timora, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I think my old crew, they might be in trouble.
I would
Have you seen them?
I have not. Since they left during the sickness that took over this town, about 3 months ago. Almost at a moment's notice, the sickness was lifted from us. No one understands why or how it happened, but we were all on the brink and there was only so much I could do. I tried to mitigate the disease, but whatever miracle or blessing stopped it. They were traveling to Skoberheim, last I knew. But when Liliana woke from her slumber, Timora spoke, and she traveled to Jalasia. Sorry. Just excited. In my own mind for the shit I already know. Such a lame.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm excited.
Sorry.
They're all dead.
Timora's been quiet. I can't enter the underground. I can't communicate with her. My prayers have not been answered. She seems busy, tied up, distracted, and I don't know why. I imagine if she sent Liliana, she was very serious about what her mission was, but she would not share it with me for fear I'd be worried. She failed. I'm worried, very worried. She hasn't been back in 2 months since she left. I don't know what's happened to her, but I do know she was traveling to Jalasia, and there was one of the southern docks she was going towards. She hopped a boat from Neverwinter over there, but I don't think it'd be very easy to find somebody in an entire kingdom of Jalasia, let alone a continent away.
Well, you're probably right about that. That is quite far.
As the rest of you are just like, what?
Rats, I was really hoping to speak to Liliana. It's unfortunate that she's not here. It's just been a while since we've caught up.
Yes. Well, most of the town is still here. Bilton would be excited to see you. Darian and so many others. Quaylene is still out and about as usual. No signs of Hila Thornton, thankfully, since you drove her away.
Good, I had a funny interaction. I could have sworn that I saw her just a week ago or so in,
2 months ago.
yeah.
It's fine, yes. I mean, we literally were like, yeah, 2 months went by in 40 seconds. Yeah, keep going. You're great. This is doing
And,
great.
where did we just leave?
Waterdeep.
Yep, in Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Almost said Neverwinter. That's not it.
We've left Neverwinter to come back. It's fair. We've only been traveling in a bazillion made-up places all the time. Anyway.
Is Cinnamon around? Should probably check in, see how he's doing as well.
I believe you left before you saw what became of Cinnamon. When they went to pursue whatever sickness gave us to us, Cinnamon lost his life to whatever creature. Actually, you know the cages the tieflings came in?
Mm-hmm.
We melted those down. And up where Hila suggested...
Calm down. You're gonna fall out of your chair.
Awesome. It's a good symbol.
I know, but don't rock back. You're gonna take me down with you.
Suggested we house the tieflings. We knocked down those tenements, and we built a memorial for Cinnamon up there.
Oh, how nice.
That's what you saw earlier, but couldn't make out.
Was I with you guys when Cinnamon died?
No, you left
No,
before
we
it
left
happened.
before he died, but he was looking rough.
Yeah.
Okay. That was when he, like,
Yeah.
it looked like
yeah.
Rudolph, right? And then...
No. This is like he
It
went
was-
yellow eyes.
It was a similar instance, but it was one of the times where
yellow
Orlith
eyes.
was
Yeah, possessed him.
Yeah.
She possessed him with the other crew after you're like, I got a vision, I got to go down to Waterdeep and see what's in that vault.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
So yeah.
So, yeah, I did leave.
Yep.
Okay.
So you feel a little gutted. Orhana's like, oh man, I left and maybe I could have done something. Just a little bit of a twinge, a little bit that same feeling back from Penk
Yeah.
coming back. But if Timora contacted you, feel free to approach her statue. Maybe she'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is there anything else I could want to talk to her about?
Sure,
right
yeah,
now?
take your time. It's fine. I haven't seen her in a year. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
What's
right.
the area look like?
Is the orb nearby?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
That's 15.
It's in the garbage can right there! Found it! That's a rock.
Oh no!
Darn.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I just.
A lot of people, some of them, their nerves couldn't even take it. Oh,
Are you disguised self right now? Like, is your hat on?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you just look like a goofy human.
Yeah.
You don't look like.
Or goofy minutes.
yep. I'm the goofiest of the tours.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What time of day is it right now?
About 7 o'clock now, approaching.
At night? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long day of traveling. I would love to speak with you more, but I think it would be best for the party if we go and find a place to rest for the night. Thank you so much for just being excellent.
He blushes a little bit. Oh. Thank you, and feel free to swing by tomorrow. I'm sure Timora will listen to your prayers. And, there is a visitor that was looking for a group. Is there a Shalmir among you?
Yes. Did you come by Ipso, perhaps?
That's exactly the individual. He's staying at Bilton's place. If
I knew we had to go there.
I'm sure you could run into there and catch up with him and whatever he brings word of from the Magical Forge. Darian is our resident who puts on the tours, and Gundren also is around.
Okay. Have you been able to make use of this forge, or is it just
No.
speculation at this point?
Nothing of yet have we been able to do besides, as funny as this is, tourism is very good for Phandalin right now in the past 2 months. We actually have rates. If you want to use the forge, 10,000 gold pieces. If you want to see the forge inside and travel about, 1,000 gold pieces. To go on the tour, 100 gold pieces. They've been making a killing.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but you won't have to because, Ohana, you found it. I'm pretty sure it's understandable that you are free of charge.
Wow, that would be excellent.
But, Gundren's a dick. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure you'll take care of it.
Oh boy.
I'm sure I will too.
Oh no.
His name is Gundren. That sounds dwarvish.
Oh, he's a dwarf. You are correct.
I'm sure we'll get along.
I hope. Okay. Do you all leave? Do you not approach the statue, even though she offered or anything like that? You can look around. You can not. You can all go because you're tired. Go back. Doesn't matter to me.
Can I poke one of the stars?
Sure. As Tullius goes up to the stars and sees all the offerings and all the coins out and notices all the specific Timora coins, they're very interesting. Poking the stars, they don't move like they should, especially when you went in a place where one could move. Doesn't.
I'll just poke them, man.
Yeah, you just like,
Stars.
whoa. You've never, because remember, this place is all marbled and etched in silver or golds with all the blues around it, and this white with the, how the black's kind of inside marble. It's just it's beautiful. It's something Tullius has never seen before in the beauty, because Waterdeep's really was like, they weren't a religious
normal.
place and
Yeah.
very like hole in the wall type of practice of faith. In addition, there's a little bit of a hominess to it that, like, this is very familiar to you, the type of temples and religious vibe you're getting off this place that you very much haven't experienced in your recent memory.
This is nice. Just like feeling up the marble.
Does he learn that the stars move?
They aren't moving like they should be.
Oh.
You notice that as he's pushing the
As I'm
stars, they're
watching?
not going places.
Yeah.
As you get closer and closer, you sort of now, since you've gotten there, see that a familiar glow to that Timora statue as you get close to it.
I'm gonna roll up something. Probably perception or something like
You can do
that.
an investigation.
Okay. Good.
It won't explode. I promise.
That is an unnatural 20.
Okay.
It's Orlith.
Get the Seth Ross song going. Bitch, I'm here! I took the fight to you. What's this?
Hey, only one of you knows who Orla.
Yep. So,
Stop.
It's just a prank.
as you come up and you start feeling the statue, you hear, you see the statue like slowly as you're looking, just like, is that eyes following me? One of those like picture frame things on the statue. And as you're like feeling about the statue, Sister Geraldine's like, what? But you just feel compelled to do this because of the light and your curiosity, especially since the stars aren't working. You're trying to be like, well, maybe the puzzle changed and the owl's there and everything. As you're feeling through, you see her arm moves down towards you, and where the star was, like this light, as it starts moving, the star disappears in her hand as it comes down towards you, and it meets your hand as you grasp it, and you hear Timora.
Sup?
So good. Hey! It's been so long.
Finally, you have returned to my temple. The first step has been taken, and the second. Your friends are trapped, dead or dying, across the seas in a mountain inside Jalasia. Near the area of Valis, my magic, my strength cannot penetrate. The demon or fiend or creature that has blinded so many of us has created some anomaly in which we cannot intervene, we cannot influence. This is the creature of Orlith, the one that haunted your group. The gods cry for their champions. There is much more needed of them and of their services. I need you to travel the world, across the world, to find them, to save them, and to stop what Orlith is trying to do. They were unprepared. They did not know their journey. But you will be, and you will understand the journey. Travel to the forge. One piece is there. Travel to Neverwinter. Another piece is there. The third piece is here. As the hand moves, and in your hand is a talisman of Timora. You can add that to your inventory.
Oh, my. Okay.
And as the rock statue
One year,
returns.
one Neverwinter. What was the other one?
Dude, you don't know anything.
One.
Well, I know I don't. I'm just
He's here to learn, bitch! What did you say?
here to help.
One here, one in Neverwinter, and one at the forge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pay attention, Zach.
As it's returning, you hear this whispers of the last in the mount as she returns.
Okay. And she didn't tell me how long.
For what? Oh, how long you have?
Yeah, like, is there, like, any amount
You
of time
feel
that's
the
gonna,
urgency that, like, this is numero uno.
Priority.
The expression is whatever Orlith's doing is probably doing the world, and you need to stop whatever's happening. Whatever the fuck else in Orhana's mind right now, like Waterdeep, that shit can wait, because holy crap, if a god is coming out and talking to me, it's probably a little bigger deal than whatever petty things mortals are dealing with.
Well, yeah, but she's not like, you have 2 months.
No contracts. No, like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna smite you. It's like, this is in your best
No
interest.
countdown.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you guys don't have a
no
countdown.
countdown.
You don't have a
Gee,
panic mode.
That's so strange.
It is strange.
Why would you get that idea?
I don't know. Guards were fucked.
Cut.
I wish you had told me that sooner.
Guys, we're fucked.
Okay.
Everyone's just almost dumb staring at you as a marble statue, has come fluid and returned, and you're now holding a stone in your hand.
Did everyone else hear that?
No fucking way.
Okay.
Nope.
Did everybody
No.
just see a statue move?
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
The statue's moving.
Garrison, what was that?
Does that happen usually?
Is that normal?
Sister Caroline might have been able to hear some of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna run over to her. Did you hear any of that?
It was Timora.
It was Timora. She talked to me again.
She speaks.
Again? What? Wait.
The crew, they're in trouble. That's why they're not here.
Maybe this is the message Liliana received.
Maybe I have to go to Jalasia and the
Jalasia?
Forge and to Neverwinter.
That's a lot of places.
I know.
That sounds like quite a quest. That sounds like a storyline.
This could take months.
Yep.
Well, if you need anything, the town can try and get supplies and prep you for everything you need. Darian can take you to the forge first thing tomorrow, and you should get rest tonight. I'm sure Bilton will be happy to have our price to hold you all up.
Yes, that would be excellent. If you guys can begin collecting everything that we'll need, we'll go and rest and be ready to go in the morning.
What? Okay. Oh, yes. All right.
What's going on?
That's the
Go
plan.
team!
Yeah, and both of them are like, yeah. They're just two little.
And everyone
swords.
else is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You have Shalmir, Tullius, Tyrion, Ulyrus. Am I missing one? Yeah, I'm missing a fifth. Oh, and Charnook.
Aye.
Sorry. All standing in that like circle that the altar is, where the the statue is all around it. I feel like we're missing some information. Sort of feels like we're walking into best friend territory, and we're like the weird boyfriend / girlfriend meeting the family. Well, that's what this feels like to all of you. In varying forms of embarrassment. Ulyrus being the most embarrassed because that's just who he is.
I shove him.
Embarrassed.
He's across the way, actually, so you're like, I'll think of it later. I'll get him. So, yeah. Okay.
So I'll run over to the group and just kind of explain, like, my friends are in trouble. We need to go save them. This is, like, something we need to do, like, right now after we sleep.
Sleep thing sounds rational. The rest, we'll probably need to talk about a little more.
Maybe have a conversation about what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of missing information here.
I think the most important part is that we're going to go to Bilton's to sleep tonight. And in the morning, we're going to go to the Forge, like Shamir wanted to anyway.
I'm on board.
And because I was one of the people that found it, we can get it all in for free.
You founded a forge.
Well, I didn't, like, found it, but I found
Chalmers
it
in the background,
woods.
though, when she's just like, we're going to go to the forge. Sorry, don't want to interrupt.
I'm in there.
But yes, you own the. You're the founder of the
I
forge.
own the
You're the founder of the forge.
The forge belongs to me.
Belongs to no one. It belongs in a museum.
It belongs to the people.
Oh my god.
All right, so you all go to Bilton's as you're ushered out in this strange new turn of events.
DM,
Yes.
did we notice that the statue gave her something?
Yeah, everybody did, minus probably Charnook.
Okay.
To be honest with you, you're probably still looking for the orb. Like, well, I saw it once.
Well, no, I
Ulyrus, you could be free to inquire about that. That would certainly pique Ulyrus's mystery interest. I feel like you'd be like, whoa,
Another mystery.
mysteries.
Surprised he's not having a panic attack right now.
yeah.
So much mystery.
I think he's just having a tough week with connections.
I think he's too.
Is there like a
Yeah,
stable or
Epa,
something?
you,
that
you, like, your video has been just a spinning circle of loading.
I mean, it's not supposed to be anything is the problem. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, that's just a lot. Okay, well, I guess that's the recording for right now. Well. Oh, he's talking. I can't hear him.
Me?
Ulyrus, I see his thing talking.
Ryan, yeah, it's like lighting up.
He's having the classic
I'm
Discord issue that only Ryan has.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh,
He's just eating his microphone.
okay.
No,
Okay.
it's just lighting up for some reason.
Thanks, Discord. Okay. Well, if you have no questions, then
Sponsored by Discord.
yeah. As you guys go to Bilton's, you're seeing you hear the end of a rift on a hardcore guitar, but it's a loop guitar.
I could learn some things here.
And you see a band of tieflings wrapping up as a bunch of people are like, yeah, fucking yes. You see Bill like, I love that shit, as he's cleaning his table right now. And as he looks in, he's like, new people.
It's upstairs
Hannah!
concert hall.
Hey, Milton.
Hey, fuck are you doing back here?
Just visiting. Had some new friends to
Just
bring on by.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Look at these big fucks. God damn.
They are
Always a
big.
big fuck.
Because you guys are massive. Normal people aren't this tall. Like 6 feet is normally tall. And you guys are like 6'9", 6'7", 6'8". Eat me. So, go ahead.
Yep, these are the new friends.
Oh, replacing the other ones I see.
Something like that.
Yeah, fuck them anyway.
Yeah. They were right bastards.
I like this one. Look, what the fuck is that one? Look at that show. Wow.
Yeah.
What are you talking
It's,
about?
it's not weird, though, to be honest with you. I mean, look at those things over there. Those
Yeah,
guys are
fucking
great.
weirdo. I mean, yeah.
You see all these tieflings just like... as they're doing their thing. Can I show my tieflings?
I'm gonna go talk to whoever just wrapped up their performance there.
Sure.
Do I see Ipso anywhere?
You do not see Ipso anywhere, but you can inquire to Bilton whether or not your buddy...
I'll go to Bill.
Ipso is a half-orc, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He's
You see him doing it? Hello, big guy. That's a nice armor you got there.
Yeah.
Liliana would love to take a look at that shit.
Yes. I was actually taught by the dwarves of Crozatola.
I have no idea who these are, but dwarves are fucking good at what they do.
Yeah. I'm looking for a man, a half-orc named Ipso.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Pays on time. Love him. Upstairs. Is he the third or the fourth? If it's the... One is... It's probably the fourth. The fourth door, left side.
All right, yeah.
You want boarding? You all want boarding? You want to share rooms? What's the deal here?
Yeah, yes, we will all need boarding.
All right.
I'll be wanting my own room. What about the rest of you
what
guys?
about
What did you
you?
want to do?
Independent rooms?
Do you have beds long enough for me?
No.
All right.
Tell you what.
I can know.
You could rent multiple rooms, take the mattresses out of those rooms, lay them all out on the floor, and use that.
We could have
All the big guys could be in one sleepover.
I like it.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
like it too.
I will likely be staying with Ipso if possible.
All right, yeah, that's fine. It's on his bill. That's fine by me.
Actually, I'll be staying with Ipso as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Why not?
Sorry, we have matters to discuss that you might not understand.
Oh, I see. I see exactly what you mean. All right, yeah, I'll stay with everybody else then.
Yes, I can pay for a room for.
All right, Ulyrus has got my room.
Thanks, Ulyrus. You're the
Thanks,
best.
Ulyrus.
3 rooms it is.
How much?
For how many nights you staying?
We'll just pay for the one for right now, and we'll get back to you.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Day to day. I love it. That's great. All right. So just for the night, I'll be 2 silver.
Okay.
Prices are so reasonable.
Yeah, right. Love these small town prices.
Great.
I'm not paying for that. Ulyrus said he'd cover my
It's on up yet.
All right.
So I pay for it.
All right. You paid 2 silver.
I
there-
pay for my room.
Okay, yep. And then
jeez.
Ulyrus covered that room. Tyrion, are you boarding with Ulyrus and the rest of the group, or are you buying your own room?
I'm just gonna board with them.
Okay, so then Ulyrus covered it.
Party. Wait.
Slumber party.
Yeah, big guy. Third big guy.
And this is in his head.
Yeah.
Is the stone here? Is the orb here?
What?
No, it's
Yeah, no, okay, what I was saying, if you're saying that to him right now, Bilton.
no.
Is it okay, go ahead and roll.
9.
His head sort of looks like a stone.
Start looking at him real funny.
Got a problem, fuckhead?
You look familiar.
I'm bald. Not familiar. It's a lot of things. Familiar isn't one of them. I'd recognize someone like you. Did you know you're bald too?
You know, I didn't think about it until now, but I guess I am.
Oh, Hannah, you got a weird fucking crew, let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't really think I picked them. They more picked me.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
You all have a nice night. You know what? A mead for everybody. You hear that? Mead for everybody. No, the other starts going, no, not you. No. Ohana's group. All right. Now I'll be up in your rooms. Have a good night.
And what time is it now?
Probably after that talking, Timor freaking you out, probably 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Bedtime.
Wasn't there like a shop in town?
Yeah.
Like there was Liliana's shop.
Yep, she
right?
took over because the other guy got murdered.
Okay. Right, and then she isn't there.
Yeah.
So
there's not really any trade shops, but
We could loot it.
since you left, they have got a trade post going right now, and it's managed by basically a no-name right now. It's not a big deal. It's a temporary as they're in transition.
Is his name Jim?
Okay.
Nope. I'll get if I don't want to, but I can get it up.
It's fine.
I
have the place.
would like to visit him.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they'll still be open because it's 8 o'clock
Yeah,
at night.
probably not. You
so-
can do it first thing in the morning.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll tell them. I would like to visit this shop in the morning
Okay.
and be like, but it's really important. I think that I get some rest tonight, and so I'm gonna just go upstairs and go to bed.
Okay.
See you later. Have a good night.
All right. Everybody else, what are you doing?
I'm gonna buy a drink.
You got a free one. Remember?
All right, so I guess
drink
I'll
that
drink that, and then I'll think about buying another one when I finish.
I'll talk to Tyrion.
Okay.
Go talk to him, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you would want to talk to Ipso.
Yeah, as he goes up the stairs.
Didn't you want to talk to?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'll talk to him in a bit.
Well, they're packing up and leaving at the moment.
Oh shit! Oh,
It's like half of them are out the door.
hold on,
It's-
Tyrion. Excuse
Yeah.
me, sir.
Yes.
What was that thing you were doing with the lute there?
Oh.
I've never heard that style of music before.
Are you a musician yourself? He starts to grab you. He says, no, Mathos, no, please. You see him, but he's a man of culture. Would you like to play some music? You see, we've been here for hours, please. No, we need to sleep. Go without me then. To who do I owe the pleasure of playing music with?
Tellius.
What a marvelous name. I am Mythos.
Mythos.
Roll a performance check.
Hooray! Bard things. Okay.
15.
He rolled a natural 19. So, a little more impressive than you, but the two of you start going. He's tuning, but you're already going. You start up and you take an early lead as you're playing your lute. And he's like, oh. And you start jamming. And he starts doing these music notes that you're like, oh, I've never fucking, what is that? And it's just like, when people heard the Beatles for the first time, they're like, what is that? And some people are like, that's the devil music. Other people are like, I'm taking clothes off. I'm growing my hair out. This is what's going through your mind as an explosion of music brings this joy to Tullius as the entire shop seeing this like duel. You start going like back and forth and riffing off each other where you get a little bit and then you finish a phrase and you add a phrase and then you're answering each other's echoes, calling back and forth on these incredible lutes. And as this entire display starts to come to an end, you hear a bunch of claps from the few people left. Like, fucking no. I love that shit. And the only one of the tieflings stood by just on all this. He's like, told you to go home, Linky. You have the keys. Oh, I do. And he goes to drop it, but I'm leaving anyway. So he's fucking God. Just like, it was a pleasure, Tellius.
Pleasure.
I hope to see you again. Are you going to be in town often?
I'm not quite sure, but I think I learned a thing or two today.
Well, wonderful. I love to hear that. Anytime you'd like to jam and you're in town, feel free to find me either here, annoying people in the streets, or up by Cinnamon's altar.
I might join you before we head out.
Wonderful. Have a wonderful night. And good night, Bilton! And he leaves. You hear a lot of just noises from Bilton. You don't really know what he was saying that time. All right. So you all go to sleep as Ipso is approached by Shalmir upstairs. As you hear the very familiar voice of your friend Ipso. What is it?
Shalmir, my friend.
Oh, Master Blacksmith! As he opens up the door and sees you, as even though he's an orc, he's still a normal size of like 5'10", 5'11", orc size. And as Shalmir is towering over them, he's like, "Oh, you're here! You answered my message. It's so good to see you, Shalmir."
And good to see you as well.
Oh, he fucking hugs you.
What have you seen of this place?
Oh, this town. As he brings you in and closes the door and the two of you sit down. It's a wondrous town. I can't believe the architecture throughout. It's such a strange mix of woodwork and marble work and then touches of dwarvish architecture as well. The forge itself is different from the entirety of the town. Ancient, surely. I mean, as you read in my letter, that you clearly read, because you're here. I was really worried I got screwed out of that money. But ancient dwarvish runes are inside the anvil inside of this gorgeous forge. All around it are all these incredible items and blacksmiths. I wanted to take some for myself, but the little bastard dwarf that took me in there wouldn't let me touch anything without paying a price.
Yes, they seem to commercialize it.
That's strange.
I'm sure that's very good.
I think we could do something with that with the mountain, but then again, I don't like visitors too often, so I don't think that's something that we should do. But money's nice. Money is nice. Anyway, I might want to digress. The forge itself is strange because there's this pedestal there. It seems out of place next to the anvil in the center, but the way the forge channels it, basically magma it runs on. All the way throughout, it's incredible to see the architecture. Many of the other works weren't in there very well. I couldn't explore the other areas because, again, that dwarf was a dick. But what I did enjoy and get to notice is the architecture of the entirety of the forge was brilliantly crafted. It's something I don't doubt you could have built, but to imagine just... It's from another time, how clever they were. These were secrets lost to blacksmiths of our time and age. I fell in love, Shalmir. I can't even describe. You'll understand when you see. I know you will. Just the handiwork of their weapons, of the forge, of just all the different items that are of use. And what's even more fascinating, even with the magma, they have ways of controlling the heat, so you don't hypercool the steel, so it breaks and folds and is brittle. They've almost got it automated, the process. If you know what you're doing and the right places to go, that it's a failsafe. You're not going to commit the errors you normally make when blacksmithing. It's truly something to behold.
Do these townspeople make use of the forge, or is it
No one can.
purely a show thing?
It's a show thing for them right now, but I don't doubt that maybe you could harness the power of the forge. You've done incredible things, and the Mountain Lord has chosen you to do more incredible things. Just looking at the forge, it's not a normal forge. Normal means of trying to forge won't work. And I do think incredible strength is needed to even operate all this forge and use the tools.
Very well. Well, we'll go there first thing in the morning.
Oh,
Check it out
lovely.
together.
Wonderful. Well, I'm excited. I'll hit up Darian and Maybe we can dodge the goddamn dwarf.
Yeah, very well. We will make him our friend in the end of the day. Don't worry about that.
You do have a way with dwarf, Shalmir. I'd love to see
If you don't
that.
mind, I might bunk up with you in the room. I have a few friends that I brought with me.
Oh, you made friends. Wonderful.
Nice.
That's great. Honestly, I was a little worried. You're a little weird. But, we get each other. We all inside the mountain. I was a little worried about. This is great. I'm happy for you. This is great.
Surely we don't get along with outsiders very well, but
Yes,
they're nice enough, I suppose.
yes, indeed. Wonderful. Well,
There's a little one that we have. She seems to be friends with the townsfolk already, and
Oh,
perhaps that will prove of worth.
oh, that'd be lovely. They're friendly as can be. Can you believe all the tieflings here? I've never seen so many.
It's odd, really.
It really
I'm
is.
sure- I didn't think tieflings grouped around here very often. I thought that they were distant land.
Asking around as I'm trying not to offend nobody, the tieflings seem to have been saved by some group of individuals that used to be in this town. And they talk about them strangely. Fondly, but also, they cause trouble a lot. But enough so that,
Like
They say
help,
these
but they're also kind of cunts.
yes! I get that. Yeah.
Very well, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I'm fascinated to learn more, so
Yes.
I think it's best we
Yes, let's
turn
turn.
in for the night.
Let's turn in. As you go, see him turn in. As you start taking off some of your armor and getting ready to go to sleep, he looks and goes, "Shalmir, what happened to your blacksmith tools?"
What?
As Shalmir starts panicking.
I'm not sure. I must have left them in water deep or something.
Oh, that's a long way away. Yeah, Master Smith, and he comes and takes his. You can use mine, sir. In the meantime, just make sure to bring them back and don't break them on me.
Well, I won't break them. I did make them for. So
Yeah. I know. But you're much stronger than I. Alright. And the two of you go to sleep. After that exchange.
Aw.
Alright. Everyone's asleep. Let me stop this.
Except for Orhana and Char.
As you're trying to sleep, Charnook, you're just seeing the orb, and you have a dream where it's like. And the light's pulsating as you see it in your dream. You wake. Feel closer to it. Orb. But not on top of it. That's for sure.
Oh man, I'm going back to bed.
In the morning, you all wake.
Where's the orb?
As Tullius is harassing Charnook in the morning through the door because they're.
Where's the
Oh no,
orb?
you're in the same place. So yeah, you're literally next to him.
Where's the orb?
I don't know.
You were saying some stuff last night. I was just,
I had a crazy dream. I think I'm on the right
Was it
track.
about the orb?
Believe it or not, it was.
Oh my god.
That's pretty bad.
I think I'm on the right track.
He had a dream about the orb. So strange.
Weird.
That's pretty bad. All right, y'all want to go? You wake up, get your food in the morning, the standard stuff.
Bacon.
Bacon and eggs, my dude.
Yep. And you guys come down just I like bacon and eggs too. These people are something else. It's like everyone's fucking the same out here. I don't get it. And as he's dishing out the food and all you guys eat your breakfast and all that. Today's on the house. It's good to see familiar faces. He's happy to have Orhana and company in. Ipso's down there. You all have a good breakfast. It was it was included
on these people.
in your silver pieces.
You're not the weirdo.
Yeah. As you're not the guy oh, I'm causing a plague! I must leave! You're all like, fuck you!
So moody.
Yep.
Darian's there to meet you in the morning with Sister Geraldine at the front door as they're trying to get you out towards the forge as soon as possible. But as you guys start to leave the walls, you see this small, long bearded dwarf going, "Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, Darian, you son of a bitch! Are you taking them to my forge? God damn it, Darian! Who are these people? Do they pay the taxes?
I hit him with my maul.
You're not even close yet. He's still coming close to you
threw
guys. You're not throwing the maul at him. You can, but are you seriously
No,
doing?
I'm not
Okay, that's what I
going
thought. All right, as he's coming at you guys, he's got his little like dwarfish hammer in his hand, and you see Darian. We should go. We should go. We should go. Come on, good to see you, Ohana. Let's go, Sister Caroline. Distract him. And you see him like, son of a bitch, move, goblin! As the doors close and you guys start making your way toward the forge.
Before this happened,
Yes. Yeah.
I wanted to go to the store.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes, that would happen beforehand. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so I just wanted to get some
Sure.
better armor.
Lighter
is
armor.
What I was looking for. Right now, all I have is leather armor.
Oh, and so what are you looking for? Light armor?
Leather armor +1.
Plus.
I don't know, like anything that is better than what I
I
have.
know of a guy.
So,
He's a really good blacksmith,
We are headed to a forge.
and he can do some stuff with armor.
You can.
Let me tell you,
I didn't want to be presumptuous.
his name
Shelmer's
is
a little offended. You see him be like, what are we doing in an armor store? In Charnook's head. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I just love doing Charnook's voice. Yep. As Charnook's looking around. Yeah, so.
His name is Mount.
I'll just for the sake of brevity, some of the stuff from Liliana's shop you recognize has been moved over to this shop.
Mm-hmm.
And armor-wise, it'll run you for, you're looking for light armor?
Yeah. What would that be? We'll just get a price point and see if I want to ask Shalmir to make it
1
instead.
gold.
I think it's
Elliot says that his forge friend is.
I think it's 45 gold pieces.
45 for the standard, which you already have.
No, standard studded leather armor is what I see here. Chain shirt, it's going to run you about 50 gold pieces. I don't see. You're not putting heavy armor on. Your character can't.
No, exactly. So
I think
I just
that's what the
wanna
range
boost
is.
my
looking.
AC. I'm only 14.
The best thing for her would be
so-
like a breastplate.
A breastplate?
which is like
Funny
400.
enough, she is proficient in heavy armor.
Oh, she is.
She's a fighter.
She's a fighter.
Oh, there you are.
'cause she's strange.
Well, you can get a breastplate for 400 gold. They could install it to your leather armor, so it'd be one of just like it's metal here, so it'd be like piecemeal type of deal. You'd start, so it's not full leather armor because that wouldn't make sense for Orhana to be chainmail.
That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
She's
She's like a roving turret.
Yep.
Like R2-D2 with a bow.
But
Yes.
would I still be sneaky?
If you're
If it's-
wearing
if
heavy
it's-
armor, you would have disadvantage
Yeah.
on
a
stealth
breastplate is the highest
Medium.
level of armor you can get without having disadvantage.
Yeah, it's,
Without
it's
having
medium
disadvantage.
armor.
Okay.
Yep. So straight 400 gold pieces for this town.
Yeah, well, I'm rich, so
Yeah.
might as well go
I'm
for
rich.
Yep. I'm rich, bitch.
it. And that way, if nothing else, it'll save some time at the forge. So
Cool.
that we can go save people sooner.
Wonderful. Okay.
Cool. What did I get?
Breastplate.
Of heavy armor? Just normal?
Yeah.
It's medium armor.
Medium armor. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll work on having that.
Cool. All right. So then you guys go toward a nice long walk through the hills. The sun is beautiful as it comes up in the early morning. You get a very fresh smell of that outdoors, fresh air, beautiful. You see in the distance packs of roaming elk out there, and you see some moose even on the horizon. And a couple of you are like, "Holy shit, mooses are huge."
Nice dude.
Let's see. As you approach the forge, you can see a lot of it's been cleaned up, Orhana, since you've last been here. Bodies have been taken out. The place has been streamlined so you don't get lost in the mazes. Walls have been knocked down, so it's easy to get straight toward the forge.
Cool. Does, there was a book of forge.
Yes.
I gave that to Elyrus.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Does that... I just wanted to bring that up. I don't
Sure.
know if that does anything
You can.
fancy.
You literally brought that up to Elyrus right now, and he takes the
Yeah.
book out. Elyrus.
Hey, Shalmir, you might want to come and take a look at this too.
Nice role playing, dude.
Who's this?
As everyone's all excited to see what this book of forge is about, it opens.
Oh, I can't read. It's boring.
On its own?
Well, no. Like, no. Like, Elyrus opens it, and all the pages are blank.
Frick. Go
Does
on.
anyone have invisible ink
Does
glasses?
anyone have a black light?
No.
All three of you are sort of staring at it. Do you want to do anything with the book or no?
I'll cast
No.
identify on
identify. Read me identify again, as you always have to. Just so I don't give too much away like I always do.
New item, what this?
Pretty much.
There it is. Yep. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn any spells that are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it.
The book itself, you are able to identify as a magical book that identify. You learn that anything made at the forge will show up in this book with a complete description of everything that it is, the materials that it's made of, how it works, how you make it, the process of making it in that sense too. Like, it's very step-by-step details of everything about whatever you craft at the magical forge.
And there's absolutely nothing.
It is blank as fuck.
Okay. Alright, I'll just explain that.
Yep, that's
to
fine.
everybody else.
Let's see.
Maybe you should make something and put it in the book.
We can
Guess
test it.
no one.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
guess no one really has made anything in the forge yet.
Yeah, that's what really puzzles me.
They're not worthy.
With such a majestic forge, that there would be some creations from it.
Smithing
Maybe
isn't what it used to be.
there's-
Maybe it's cursed.
Maybe
that
there's
seems
some
strange,
secret to
though. I
using
thought I was pretty sure that I already had found some items that were crafted here.
Did find items crafted in this area.
That's what I thought.
It's so strange.
I
I
definitely
blame-
have items that were found in this area that were crafted here.
I blame the collapse.
Maybe.
You do know.
I know.
Right, so now that we're here, what are we gonna do?
Let's make everything better.
Craft some stuff.
Let's fill
Li-
this book up with stuff.
Literally all of our stuff. Make it better.
If we bring anything to forge, do we have material?
Nope, you just have, out of anything, you have that weird item you got from the Lich King you might be able to refine. At best.
Yeah, well, I guess when we go in, I'll start looking at it.
We'll see. Alright, so as you guys enter into the Lost Mine of Phandelver and Wave Echo Cave, you hear the crashings of the cave. You see Orhana, the familiar area where the visions were. Boards everywhere preventing people from going near the fungus. Like, no way you're getting through
I
there.
really
Oh, that's
want to
right,
go
yeah.
there.
Oh, Tellius is like, oh, you sit there. No. Can you stay on path? It's no,
Here, take
don't
my
worry. as you walk away.
Establishment.
As you walk into the forge, that is absolutely breathtaking to all of you. The way the lights, when it's on too, the glow illuminates it in such a way where it's easy to see everything you need to while working, but also dim enough where it doesn't strain your eyes. There's all these like channels that lead to feed the magma into places underneath the anvil itself, which is not how forges normally work. But there are those other areas where the fire is, where you would go stoke something in the forge. There's like 4 of those to each of the channels that lead out of it. The forge itself is now up higher, and it's got like a pedestal where all of the magma leads underneath it, and you can walk up to see it's all been polished, and it's this beautiful platinum silver shine to it. As you see these dwarven runes that are very clearly etched into both sides of it as you guys walk around the entirety of the forge. Up top are all these mechanisms that help make sure that the temperatures are cooled, and it's all clockwork mechanisms that are been used for years and years and years. They show no signs of wear and tear. They've just been sticking through the ages. Chalmere, this is one of those like coming of ages shit to you, where just like you have not seen a forge better than this. You've never seen an anvil like this. It all screams magic. By the by, you're like,
Because there are all these mechanisms. Like, can I tell if they're made of normal materials, or if they're
Um,
like magical or whatever in nature.
I'd say they're made of the material you recognize that's rare to this earth. That is like all of it is made of something that is nearly indestructible. It's like the godsend of blacksmith materials to use on tools because it makes it nearly impossible to break, and it's resilient for thousands of years. That's what the majority of this forge is made up of. What's difficult with this material is shaping it, because it's so difficult to break and make brittle. This forge is basically a testament to how to make those items. The material itself.
Adamantium.
Yeah, I'll go with adamantium. It's just easier. We can all understand it.
Yeah.
So it's adamantium all around, but of different colors, though. It's not just this super shine that's obnoxious, and it's not like Wolverine, poor CGI everywhere. It's not what we're going for. It's browns and coppers and stuff like that, because dwarfs would not stand for that, and golds.
Like alloys of adamantium.
Yes.
Yep.
And you see many of the items here are wholly heavy. Like normal people can't lift the things needed to
try
forge.
lifting stuff.
You can lift it.
Yes.
But not easily at all.
Oh,
Struggle. And to actually like lift, you'll have to make rolls.
I'm not trying to.
But you're just like, whoa! It's like it's Thor hammer type of deals for these tools.
Oh my. Shalmir, can you handle this?
Well, these things seem quite hefty.
As Shalmir gives it the old like, I got this. Holy fuck. Yeah, it's one of those like, oh, no one saw. All right, playing it off, testing in the waters. Nope, definitely not.
You having some trouble there?
Do you try and lift it?
No. Yes.
Pull a hamstring. I'm kidding.
My old football injury.
Roaring, you get a hernia. What do we got? 840.
Split in half.
Okay.
Tell me, can I borrow that item that you have, that belt?
You can use it. The thing with
For the sake of narrative, tuning is really quick.
Then yeah, of course.
Because Eulyris instantly captivated in this forge, seeing something as old as this is just reminds you of the runes and the delves you've gone into in the past, and fills you full of excitement and joy. You even look around, hoping to find an oracle, with this emptiness inside that it's not on your person. But then you remember the whole purpose of you wanting to come up here, the forge, the ancient dwarven runes. You give me a roll to see if you decipher them. While you're deciphering it, Shalmir's focusing on the belt. Everyone's looking around, just kind of enjoying the place and taking it all in. Orhana hoping whatever's supposed to happen happens, as everyone's very chill. Intelligence.
Is the orb here?
Make a perception check.
Frick. 6.
Nope.
Oh, bummer.
I'm gonna just kind of generally investigate, see if there's anything I'm supposed to find.
More magic items. That place has been cleaned out.
Oh,
That's good.
that's a 25.
Well, that is fantastic. You get to appreciate all the workmanship of the forge. You really get to see some of the even clockwork techniques that have been lost to even some of what the rock gnomes have used back in the past, which is exciting. And you make some sketches, and you're like, I'm stealing that shit. That's fucking mine. So you do learn more, which is really helpful. With a role like that, you get to learn more on how clockwork devices work for future challenges later on. So that's actually super helpful. Going around all the magic items that you remember and the stuff you left isn't here anymore. You're like, shit. But the place is pretty cleaned out for the tours, and it's really well made. Has a lot of really well maintained, and it seems that what's drawing your attention is the forge is clearly the center of all attention and what has to be forward.
Anything with regards to like what Timora said sticking out at me? Do I?
Yeah, the
walking
pedestal
around?
itself seems like you remember that's where the egg came from last time you were in here.
Okay, yeah.
So since you saw that crap come out of nowhere, you're assuming there's probably another pedestal. There's probably another way that might give you something else for what Timor was directing you for. And you're investigating that right now further to try and see. There's still those holes in the ceiling where that drow came in back and the spider drow thing came a while ago. But other than that, you're just really investigating the pedestal right now. Ulyrus, what did you roll?
12.
What? On intelligence? No modifiers? Did you get a roll of 1?
5. I rolled a 7 plus 5 is.
Well, we're proficient in this shit, so you can still get to know it. So read the first one. The first one is what you read on one side, and then you read the other one as you turn around.
Alright.
As Shalmir, you're sitting.
These are the runes?
Yes, the runes on one side of the anvil, the one that faces when you enter the room, and the one on the back side.
Mm-hmm.
I DM'd it to you.
Yep.
Okay. As Shalmir's eagerly meditating with the belt. Everyone looking out and about.
By the way, it's 8:45.
I know. We're stopping really soon. I'm well aware.
I'm admiring my my new greatsword. Man, it's so cool.
It looks like Arlong's sawtooth in my head.
Trying to explain.
Oh, God.
You gave him the belt. I wanted it.
I try and steal a belt from him.
Just, here you go.
It's only temporary.
You're just watching them.
I'm not happy about this.
I'm not either.
He's not the chosen one.
He's not.
Okay, Ulyrus is trying to talk. Sorry.
Apparently, this is called the Titan Forge.
Titan!
At least that's what the runes say.
You remember, Ulyrus, what I told you.
Possibly jog my memory.
The Mountain Lord told me to seek this Titan Forge.
Yes, that's right. Yes, and
This is
that's what
indeed
the
it.
runes say right here. And the other side says grass. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yes.
Shalmir is like,
That's where they go to get high.
oh my god.
That's what the fungus is.
It's one of grass.
Yep.
To keep all things from turning to ash.
That's right.
We've got to go back to that fungus.
I'll
must
go with
mean-
you. I'll go with you.
There must be more forges like this.
Perhaps, or something similar. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but
Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be a forge, but it's definitely something related.
yes. Am I done attuning to the?
Yes.
belt yet?
And when you do, and when you hear the Ulyrus say these, you can even see the runes starting to glow but then fade as he says the name of the forge. You feel compelled to really start working on that weird item you got from the Lich King, compelled by your Mountain Lord, to a point of you don't know what's coming over your body and you need to make a charisma saving throw.
Right. Well, I just once I finish attuning the belt, I stand up and I look like, like when Trunks goes,
Yep.
whatever is it, like above Super Saiyan or
Yep.
whatever, and
Super
it's
Saiyan
like
2.
ridiculous
Yep.
looking man.
Yep. Yep. Shamar just one-handed takes the whole armor off. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to make shit.
It is 28.
28.
19 plus 9.
Jesus. Well, it works anyway. As you come to the forge, and you go and just unnaturally, just it feels like you have this muscle memory that you've never learned. You pick up a hammer, just one of the really heavy ones. Everyone's like, "Oh Jesus!" Even Darian's like, "Holy crap!" As you're picking that up, and you hear tink, tink, and as you start trying to get to what's underneath the rock, what's underneath here, you hear your Mountain Lord to talk to you, and all all of you hear it echoing
What the fuck?
throughout the chamber.
Dad?
I will be saints again.
Once it starts, it cannot be stopped. As you hear it in a very low voice, booming throughout there, and Chalmere, it's almost like a map in your head is forming of how to do something that you don't know how to do. As you're ping, ping, ping. I need you to make strength saving throws. As is the forge walls go.
What is my strength currently?
It's 29.
20.
Alright.
29
It's forced to 29.
Yeah.
What's the modifier on that?
9.
for the saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is now closed, and you're all locked in here, Orhan. You're like,
It's
uh-oh.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. All right.
23.
Titan Forge, bitch. You're in the great game now.
Can we assist him to give him an advantage?
No, the bell is the advantage. As he's pinging, you see yourself, you're like hitting your finger at some points and pulling it back as you're trying to feel what's going on, but this like exhilaration, your heart is racing faster than ever it is. You have this adrenaline rushing in you, and all of a sudden you hear this like shaking in the forge. See Darian.
I don't know if that's good.
And you see from that hole in the ceiling as these long spider legs start coming out of the ceiling. And you see these giant spiders start coming down, and then you hear, and through the ceiling, these things are falling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They start getting up, foaming, black blood coming out of their mouth. Tullius, they sure look like lizard folk.
Oh boy.
Shalmir, you cannot be pulled away. Everyone will start combat next week and roll initiative.
Fuck, I should have given them the belt. I should have given them the belt.
How does it feel to be mortal?
With every ping, it feels like a note is being echoed throughout the world. You have like awakened something slumbering through the millennia.
Yeah, spiders or lizards.
Spider lizards.
Spider lizards!
Oh, it's even worse.
Tune in next week.